Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 3 of season 4 of the World Sports Car Challenge, today taking place in Catalunya. My name is David Bucknell, I'll be your commentator this afternoon, bringing you all the action. It's the debut track on the WSCC calendar for Catalunya, so we should see some interesting races. The drivers try to navigate multiclass racing on a track not typically used for such events. As ever, LMP2 and GT3 machinery will be blasting around the picturesque circuit in Barcelona for 3 hours of non-stop action. So quickly have a look at last results. Last time at Silverstone, 6 hours, the number 6, the LMP2 Blackhawk Racing, driven by Roman Jakubovic and Musa Ben Ammar, took the win, followed by the number 7 of Go Team Racing and the number 1 of Team Rookie Monsters. So that's put the number 7 at the top of the season standings after the first 2 rounds on 66 points, with the number 1 car close behind in second with 61 points and number 6 on third with 60 points. So any number of teams within maybe the top 5 or 6 of LMP2 could take over the top spots at the end of today's events, coming into the last race of the year before the Christmas break. So everyone is wanting to end 2020 on a high note. In GT3, number 98 BMW of Luna Racing took their second dominant win of the season to make 2 races out of 2. They're followed by the number 87 Bros Racing in the Ferrari and the number 73 of Team Rookie Monsters. So in terms of the team championship, this puts the number 98 in a solid first position at the top of the standings, followed by the number 87 and the 18 Porsche of Simco Racing, who've kept the pace with some consistent finishes so far. So we're just into the qualifying now with GT3 cars out on track. So let's drop into the race and we'll see exactly what's going on. So I'll bring up the nice bit of overlay we've got here for you. So at the top of the standings, as ever, we have the number 98 of Luna Racing, currently holding the top of the leaderboard on a 1 minute 41.813. Then we have the number 87 of Dennis Castillo Sims in the Ferrari. He is in second position with a 1 minute 42.133. He's currently on a faster lap though, as we got a little bit of join lag there, do apologise. So he's coming around the final sector now. We'll see if he can improve on that time to take him into provisional pole. At the same time, number 19, Gole Gavari, is in third position with 1 minute 42.250. So coming across the line, 1 minute 41.940. So Dennis Castillo Sims not quite able to improve on his time. Fourth position, we have Blaz Kish in the other Simco Racing Porsche. Currently has a 1 minute 42.451. He's about 0.6 of a second off the overall time. Looks like he's had a bit of contact there on some laps. The front of the car looking a little bit damaged, but he is just coming to start his next flying lap. He is currently sat in 5th place now, the number 88 of Noah Bergman in the Bros Racing Ferrari 2, the second Ferrari they have racing this afternoon. He's comes in 4th position, 1 minute 42.447. So there's about 5 minutes of qualifying left for the GT3s, and then we'll have LMP2 out on circuit. So I'll see if I can find anyone who is currently on a lap or just about to start a lap, and we will follow them around on onboard lap around Catalunya. Everyone will be very familiar with this circuit, as it is very prominent on the Formula 1 calendar. So round aboard with Gregor Bulat here. He is currently on his on a flying lap. So this is the turn 4, I believe. Round a long sweeping hairpin. You got to be so patient on the throttle, and then that is the F1 Bros Ferrari just getting out of the way, diving down here into turn 5. Very tricky off camber left-hander coming into a very fast sweeping section of the circuit. Braking down now, going to the left and the right up the hill, and then turning right once again onto the back straight of the circuit. This is where you'd have DRS. Oh, he's very wide there, just Bulat. He is up on his time, but that might hurt him through here. And heavy braking into the final sector. He's down on his best time through the second sector is Bulat, so he's got some work to do here. It's a more clumsier part of the circuit. You've got to really bring it down, slow it down for this long sweeping right-hander. And then braking into the final complex. Avoid those anti-cut curbs as they are absolutely humongous, and into the very clumsy final chicane, and then onto the final corner, sweeping around to the right to finish the lap. What can Gregor Bulat do here to improve? Can he improve on his time? 1 minute 41.8 to beat, and he does. He goes much quicker, a 1 minute 41.6. So he gained quite a lot of time there in the final sector. You can see he's about 2/10 quicker. So fantastic from him. Luigi Russo, number 26. As he just goes off, that's Motorsport Sim Racing BMW. He set a best second sector there. He's currently sat in second place. 1 minute 41.729 is the best lap from him. He's going to come out and try and set another lap. See, Guido Verhelpen is also on circuit on an out lap. This is the Go Team Racing Callaway Corvette. It's number 13 car. So we'll run on board with him for a minute, see if he can improve on his time. 1 minute 42.196 is his best so far, about half a second off the overall best. As you see, one of the Bentleys come through, number 77. Currently on their lap, so taking it nice and slow through the final sector. Here is 13, getting ready to go. And he is getting low on time to do it. It's only about 2.5, 3 minutes left of qualifying, so this will be his probably his one and only chance. If he can, he might get a second lap in as well. We shall see. Gregor Bulat is in the pit as well. He's not come out to do a second lap yet. I say that as he comes out the pits now to start his out lap. So let's ride on board with the number 13 as they come down the start-finish straight now. The big V8 roaring away and brake fairly late into the first corner. It's a lot quicker than you might expect. And through the S's, very long corner, very difficult to get the power down. If you get too early, you go straight off into that kind of runoff and into the gravel. Keeps it together though, does number 13, braking now into the hairpin, very tight line going in, early turn in, and then using not as much track on the way out, send himself up into the immediate left-hander afterwards. So first sector he's down on his best time, 0.128 down on his best time through sector 1, so he's got some work to do. Now through the second sector, up the hill and onto the back straight. The Bentley ahead shouldn't have any issues there. He probably won't get any slipstreams a bit far back from the Bentley to benefit from that. Down the flat straight now, braking at the 100-metre marker. Gets it into the apex. A lot of apex curve there. That's unsettled the car slightly. He is down once again through sector 2 by 0.3 of a second, so he's losing a lot of time here. Is the number 13. No changes at the top. Blashkish is in 4th position so far. He's about 0.3 of a second off from the pole time. Through the chicane and round the final corner, it doesn't look like it's going to be a better time for the number 13, but he is just about going to have the opportunity to go again. Coming across the line now, he is not able to improve. There's a lot of time down. He must have backed out through the final couple of corners there, but he is good to go on his final lap of qualifying. So this will be everyone's last opportunity now, unless they're coming up to the start finish line. 30 seconds of the qualifying session left to go. So everyone's got one more chance to set a faster time. Luigi Russo has gone quickest of anybody in the first 2 sectors. So he is on a flyer here as the number 26. Coming through the final few corners now. Final corner, the Ferrari gets out of the way, goes into the pits. And coming across the line now, what can the number 26 do to improve? Can he take the pole time?
This is race control. LMP2 qualifying has now started. GT3s, you're allowed to finish your current laps.
And that is pole position for the 26 of Minato Boffa Sim Racing. Fantastic lap from them. Gregor Bulat though is still on lap and he can take that back. He has gone quicker in the purple in the second sector, a fastest overall time, well, fastest personal best in the first sector. So what can the number 98 do? It doesn't look like anybody else is able to challenge now, so it's all down to the 98. He's got to nail this final sector. nearly 2/10 up through the middle sector, so a lot of time can be gained here. What can Gregor Bilat do? Comes across the start-finish line now, and that is pole position by 2/10 of a second. Fantastic effort there from the number 98. He goes into pole position with the number 26, Luigi Russo, in second, and then third position is the number 87 of Dennis Castillo-Sims. So that is your GT3 qualifying over. We now have we've got a few cars just finishing up their laps. Oh, as we have a major incident there. I wonder who that was. Just stopping on the coming across the line there. But LMP2s are out on track and will be starting their laps very soon, as we see number 57 getting caught up with a little bit of traffic from the Jesus Motorsports LMP2 ahead. So everyone's just trying to find a little bit of room. The actual speed you take and the dirty air has more an effect of these on these LMP2 cars than the GT3. So having some free space is vital. So here comes 57. We'll ride on board with him through his first flying lap here, coming across the start-finish line now, and you'll see the excess speed you can take into the first corner. So braking again past the 100-meter board, a lot of engine braking in the air. The revs go shooting up as he brakes and hammers down the gears, and then it's going to be patient on the throttle as he goes round turn 4 I think that is actually, riding the curb into turn 5 through the hairpin. Cliff Van Vin has gone purple so far out of all the MP2s that are currently on track. As I said, number 79 actually does go quick through the first sector. Max Scholten is purple in the second sector, so he's ahead of everybody else at the moment, but we'll see what the 57 can do through the middle sector now, coming onto the back straight. A bit of a lift mid-apex there, didn't quite have the car settled as he wanted to, it seems. Purple in the second sector for 57. He's got the Jesus Motorsport LMP2 ahead though. That's probably going to give some dirty air as the LMP2 ahead gets very sideways coming through. Max Scholten, number 33, goes pole for now, and he's immediately beaten by the number 2 rookie monster of Robert Pawn there. Through the final corner now comes number 57 and the GC Motorsport LMP2. We'll see where they stack up. Over the line there, and that is 57 taking pole position straight away. So absolutely fantastic work from them. They pull off to the side of the track to go back to the pits. But that is 57 on pole so far by 1/10 of a second, just under 2/10 of a second. So fantastic effort there. Nicholas Lemoyne there is in second place, the number 79 on-off racing LMP2 entry. He's got a little bit of work to do and very close behind there to number 6, last round's winner, the Blackhawk LMP2. Roman Yakubovic is currently driving this and will start the race. He's just on his outlap at the moment, so keep an eye on that. See how he can do. It's less than 1/10 of a second between him and second place, so he's just going to get that one more apex absolutely perfect. Mantis Rikas now has gone fastest in the first sector. A bit of a change to the livery for this event from the Rookie Monster LMP2. Fantastic kind of splash livery they've got going on there. Looks brilliant. Coming through the second sector now. We'll see if he can continue to improve on his times. He's down a lot in the second sector. He must have had a small mistake. He's down 3/10 of a second, so he's got it all to do. In the final sector now, currently sat in 4th position. He will want to improve there. They were winners in the first round in Portimao. Coming through the final sector now, through the chicane and round the final corner, which you can take at some speed in these high downforce LMP2s. Across the line, he's not going to improve enough. He is still in 4th position, a 1:32.010, so he can't quite break into the 31s, and he goes straight back out to try again. Robert Pawn is the sister car, has set a purple first sector in the number 2 Team Rookie Monster. Looks even better in the alternate colour scheme there. Personal best in the 2nd sector, although not overall quickest. He's got some more work to do. Currently sat in 7th. He can definitely improve on his current position. First round in Portimao, he was part of the front row lockout. I believe that was the case in Silverstone as well, although I may be mistaken. Coming through the final corner now. A little bit of a lag there. That might have been on my side, but he is still on track, and he comes over the line, taking pole position. Still a long time left of the qualifying, but that is provisional pole so far for the number 2, a 1:31.745. So 3.5 hundredths of a second. He has managed to beat Cliff van der Vin, who is currently on another lap. He is not purple at the moment. He is personal best through sector 1. He is down in sector 2. We see how close the tolerances are there. Coming through the final corner now. Can he improve on his time? He can. He actually goes pole once again. Gained a lot of time in the final sector, 1:31.715. So that is, again, 300th of a second quicker than the number 2. So once again in LMP2, it's all very, very close in qualifying. So Robert Pawn is going to have to try and respond here. This is the number 6. They've gone purple in the first sector as well by less than a tenth. So all very close. So can the number 6 get on that top spot, or the provisional top spot, with just under 7 minutes of qualifying to go? They're down in the 2nd sector though, so they've got it all to do in the final sector now. Mantis Rikas has gone purple in sector 1 as well. So he's currently sat in 6th. He's got some improvements to do. Come through the final couple of turns now. Very, very clumsy and much hated chicane. Through the final corner. And now it's just a sprint to the start-finish line. Can he improve? Can he go on pole? Yes, he can. Fantastic. So that is 0.013 of a second quicker than the number 57, 1:31.703. So the top 3 separated by less than half a tenth at the moment, and number 79 of Nicolas Lemoyne is only a tenth off that. So any number of people could still take pole here. We'll keep an eye on Mantis Rikas. He is starting a new lap. He finished a lap, sorry. He could not improve. 1:31.799. He goes into 4th position, but he is he's just under a tenth away from the pole position, so he'll want to go back out when he's got a little bit more free track. Number 2 comes out as well. That's number 7 of Go Team Racing coming out of the pits as well. Number 7 all the way down in 9th position, so they were 2nd last time out at Silverstone. So they've got it all to do. Let's see who's on a lap at the moment. Number 33 of the Fair Racing Team, Max Scholten. He is currently on a personal best first sector. Going through the 2nd sector, personal best once again. So he's on track to improve here. He's about 7/10 of a second off pole and 3/10 off the next car. So he's got some work to do if he wants to get up to the top end of the field. all the LMP2s out on laps at the moment. Or out the pits at least. Coming through the final corner now, what can the 33 do? Can they get themselves a little bit further up the order? And the time is 1:32.196, so they can't. They go quicker, but they can't quite improve. So they are in 8th at the moment, and I am sure they'll be coming out to set another couple of flying laps at the end of the session with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. Roman Jakubovic is currently quicker once again in the first sector. Coming through the second sector, he's looking to solidify that provisional pole, and any time he can find will help him. Same with Cliff van der Ven, who is currently sat in second position. He's currently on lap as well. He's done a personal best in the first sector, so he's looking to. His drop time in the second sector though has number 57. We'll see what the number 6 do. They go quicker by a whole 1/10 of a second. I say like a whole 1/10 of a second. Like, it's a lot of time, but intolerances such as these, especially when the entirety of the top 5 are covered by pretty much a 1/10. Every bit of time helps, and that whole 0.133 seconds is definitely going to help their time. Come through the final corner now. Let's see what they can do. Across the start-finish line, and that is a much faster time, 1:31.426. Fantastic lap from the number 6. It's now down to everybody else to respond to that. Speaking of responding, number 1, Mantis Rikas, he is currently fastest in the middle sector. He was down on his personal best in the first sector, but we'll see. The engine's running very hot there as he comes into the hairpin. You can see the smoke coming from the engine. Hopefully he's not running that too much, just in case the engine does expire. Coming across the start-finish line now, where can he sit? He goes 3rd with a 1 minute, well, exactly the same time as Cliff van der Ven, a 1:31.715. So there is absolutely nothing between him and Cliff van der Ven, who is currently on an outlap. So we'll see what Cliff van der Ven can do. This is probably going to be his last chance to do so, as the timer ticks down. It's going to run out of time to do 2 laps, so this will be a one-shot qualifying to try and take pole position. As he lets one of the Blackhawk cars through, who is currently on a lap. Nicholas Moyne has just jumped up into second position, number 79. That came from nowhere. He is just set a time of 1:31.639, so he's about 2/10 down on the number 6, but fantastic effort from the 79 there. Let's follow Cliff van der Ven as he tries to find a little bit of a gap to go for his last flying lap now. So let's ride on board with 57. He's got something to prove here. Obviously wants to get away from Mantis Rikas somewhat. They got exactly the same lap times. Break. Ooh, that's not a good entry into the first corner. That was very slow. From 57, that's not going to help his time at all. Has to back out slightly going through turn 4. Or is that turn 3? I do get confused. I do apologise. Yeah, he's a 1/10 down, well, 1.5 tenths down in the first sector. We'll see what he can do in the second sector. He might be experiencing the tiniest amount of dirty air coming from the Blackhawk car ahead. And that is now officially the end of qualifying now. So this is now everybody's last opportunity to improve. He does go quicker in the second sector though, does the number 57. Just over 1/2 tenth back on the pole time. Breaking into the final complex of corners now. What can he do? Can he improve? Oh, it's very sideways. That's not going to help. Took a little bit too much speed, I think, coming into the chicane. Took him away from the apex. Can he improve on his time? He cannot. He goes 1 minute 31.931, so that last corner really did hurt. Let's see, number 6 trying to improve again. They can't do it so far. They are down on in the first 2 sectors. But it looks like, as he takes a lot of apex curd there, that's going to damage the floor slightly. So it looks like that is the order pretty much established. We've got the number 6 of Roman Jakubovic in the Blackhawk Racing LMP2, taking pole position. Number 79, Nicholas Lemoyne in second, and then the third place car is Cliff van der Vin, number 57 car. So that is your qualifying all done and dusted. What we're going to do now is go for a quick kind of commercial break, just so we can get everything ready for the race. We'll have a 5-minute warm-up, and then we'll bring you all the action for the race itself. So do stick with us. We'll be right back with you momentarily. Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the 3 hours of Catalunya in the round 3 of WSCC Season 4. So we're just in the end of the warm-up now, and there has been some developments. So we do have the number 98 will be moving to the back of the grid due to track limit infringements in qualifying. So we've got a few cars that are moving. So that's the main one. So I'm sure we will see that coming fairly shortly, or announced by the race director. But yeah, very interesting. Looks like they have been using a bit too much of the runoff area on the green, kind of green sections of the circuit. So need to keep an eye on that. So yes, coming to the end of the warm-up session now, we'll then go into the race session. So we'll be doing a manual rolling start as we normally do. So the cars will all line up on the grid and we'll complete a formation lap at around half speed, and then we'll be given the green light by race control once they come to the start-finish straight. So you look at the number 19. As you hear someone with a horn, but there's always someone with a horn. Always someone fitting a horn to one of these cars. Yeah, it's number 19 Porsche here at Simco Porsche. Fantastic looking livery they got with the kind of chroma accents. They've been having a fairly good season so far with some consistent points finishes, and that has put them in a good position in the tables. The season standings coming into the Christmas break. So this is the last round before we have our Christmas break here at CFS, so we can enjoy the festivities, and we'll be back on the 10th of January for the next round, which I believe is at Spa-Francorchamps, using the newly released official DLC content. So
attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
There he is, the old loud man. So we're just waiting for everybody to get onto the grid now. And a few cars jumping on already. This is where tension starts to rise. Mantis Rica's on pole here, which I believe wasn't the case. It was number 6 that was on pole, but if I'm not mistaken, that's very odd. Yeah, so the number 98, number 26 and the number 13 have been sent to the back of the grid due to track limit infringements in qualifying. So not a good start for them. They've got it all to do. Just waiting for the last few cars to jump onto the track, and then we will start the formation lap. So this is where the tension starts to rise in the cockpits of the cars now. You want to focus on making sure that the tyres are up to temperature, the brakes are up to temperature when it comes to the first lap, and you want to make sure you get the best possible start you can without taking too many unnecessary risks.
This is race control. Can the GT3s please allow Mark Veit to go ahead into P6. Please allow Blackhawk Racing, Mark Veit to go into P6. Thank you.
So there we go. That's just allowing some of the LMP2 traffic just kept into the correct position there. A penalty shown up for Kyle Wright, which is very strange. I'm not sure what Kyle's done here. Maybe a jump start possibly. That should be removed from by the race director. So coming on to the formation lap now, this is where everyone starts to just make sure everything's up to temperature. You want to settle in, getting ready for the race. And just make sure you've got a cool head, because if you go into this with your emotions getting the better of you, it just ends up being bad for your race. It is 3 hours of racing. It's not the longest endurance event in the world, but you can easily ruin your race on lap 1 and not be able to recover.
LMP2s, please allow Mark Vite into P6 as his starting position, please.
So just need the grid to form up correctly.
Perfect,
6.
thank you.
There we go, it's race director there. Just confirming the grid's good to go and the LMP2s. So he will now be able to call the race start for them.
LMP2s, can you please slow down, allow the GT3s to catch up slightly.
Everyone's raring to go here, it seems. The LMP2's just being told to chill out ever so slightly. So coming through to the final part of the formation lap now for the LMP2s. They'll start to form up 2 by 2, going through the final corner. Then race control will give them the go-ahead to start racing. So here they go, slowing down, getting ready for the race start. Do apologise for some frame drops there. Hopefully that's not too bad.
This is race control. Stand by for the start. Stand by. Green, green, green.
And here we go, the green flag, and it's a good start in the back there, looks like in the GT3s, but fantastic start for both the number 1 car and the number 6. They're going side by side into turn 1. It's 3 wide in the back, nearly 4 wide. Ooh, minor contact there, and that's the 57 locking up, going into 3rd position. He managed to get out of that just about. A mistake there, looks like, from the number 1. That's put him on the back foot for the number 57 to attack. That is number 2 off wide in the background. He needs to get back onto the circuit before he can lose any more positions. A terrible start for the number 2 there. He's dropped right down the order, and he's on the dirty side of the track as well. That's not helping his grip, so he is getting swallowed up by the field here. Going further down towards your GT3s, Dennis Castillo-Sims has got into a commanding lead for now in the number 87 car. We've got the 19 and 18, both Simports Porsches following close behind. We have the number 8 of Luca Rosmarino in 4th position, followed by number 77, Julian Munzes. He is driving the Houdini Racing Bentley. Back to the front of your LMP2 field. Number 6 has started to storm away from everybody here. Number 1 is under pressure from Cliff van der Veen and Mark Vite close behind. So, see if anybody can do anything coming into the end of the first lap. Further down the order, we've got everyone in the LMP2 field just needs to have spread themselves out a little bit now. It's all 1 by 1. See if the number 57 can react and close in using a slipstream. You see the slipstream train developing there in the background. Don't think anyone's going to be close enough to make a move this time round. Braking into turn 1, nothing there, unfortunately. So we'll go back to GT3. Dennis Castillo-Sims still in lead. Look how much closer these guys are. Barcelona is known to be a track which is difficult to overtake at. Grzegorz Bulat, who started at the back of the grid, he is moving up the field. He is fighting here with the Rookie Monster Ferrari, breaking into turn 1. He's got that move done. He's got now number 99, Christian Lewis, to contend with. But the number 3 car not quite finished with him yet. But we do know how quick these guys are in the 98. So there's yellow flag in sector 2. I'm not sure what's causing that. So we'll keep an eye on that. It looks like it's cleared itself now. But under attack now is number 99. Oh, goes wide into the hairpin. That allows the 98 just to say thank you very much. That is now my position. So up into 23rd overall there for number 98, and he is starting his comeback up to the top of the field. See if we've got any close action going on further up and down the field. It's about a second gap now between the top 2 cars. The number 1 has started to close in ever so slightly to the number 6 car. You can see, yeah, the gap is visibly a lot closer coming into turn 1. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like someone had a bit of an off. I'll keep an eye on that, see if we can see if anything comes of it. gap's extending now ever so slightly, coming through the second sector. We'll keep an eye on that battle, see if it develops. Number 7 is battle. This is a battle here for 6th position, I should say, between about 4 different cars. Number 7, 89, number 2, and number 33 are all kind of on this here. On the number 7 car, trying to get that position. So number 2 is going to be looking to improve on their position following their, quite frankly, not great start. Breaking into the third say, oh, that's a 7 gone wide, so that's 2 positions he has now lost, and he is under attack there from the 33, so he's going to be careful with his position now. Breaking, looks like this goes a little bit wide, that's going to put him under attack from the number 4 car, so Royal Blue Racing LMP2. Going sat in 10th position, so not a bad start for them. Gap at the top of the field has really closed up. Mantis Ricas is really shuffling now. Going right after number 6, he's closed the gap another couple of tenths. Now how quick these 2 drivers are. So this will be a titanic battle between the 2 of them to get some good positions. Keep an eye on the 98. They are now a little bit further up the field. They've overtaken number 3. Oh no, they've actually lost another. But no, they haven't overtaken anybody else yet. But excuse me, they are closing in on the number 91 car, which is the Scuderia Boros Negro Ferrari, who is also chasing down the second rookie monster Ferrari ahead. So keep an eye on that battle. So they go side by side into turn 1. Who's going to have the guts to pull that off? The 91 sticks it around the inside. That's going to turn to the outside through here. Tries a switchback manoeuvre. Can he get that done? Not quite. And now he's under pressure from the number 98 behind. This is a fantastic battle we've got developing here. A little bit of damage, it looks like, to the back of the number 91 car. Braking, tries to go around the outside. That's not going to work. That's just inviting the 98 through. Bit of minor contact between the 2. Just a little bit of door banging as they go through. And that's 98 ahead, so that's another position for Gregor Bulat on his recovery drive. And he is now fighting the number 73 car, so he's not hanging about, is Gregor Bulat. Really pushing that car. Not the best of entries there for the 73. Simon Marshall, he's going to have to keep an eye on. He's going to have to keep an eye on his mirrors for all of the time it takes now. Mantis Ricas has dropped back a little bit now from the number 6. We'll keep an eye on this battle as it carries on screen, but I'll keep an eye on the gap at the front. That's got up to about a second, so these 2 cars have slipped away from each other somewhat. People who are slipping away from each other is the 98 and the 72. They are 73. Sorry, they are continuing their battle. Best opportunity now is going to be for the 98 to try and attack in the slipstream. So let's ride on board with Gregor Bulat now, coming through the start-finish straight. Look how close he is to the back. You can see the slipstream start to bring in closer and closer. He's going to try for the outside, the inside through to turn 1. Who's going to have the better brakes? It's going to be the BMW. Can the 73 do a switchback? He's going to try, but not quite. The BMW just parks it on the apex and is able to keep that position. So 1 more position gained for the number 98 as they recover. They are now up to 21st position overall, and it looks like we've had someone already DNF. That's the number 13 Go Team Racing GT3 car, and the number 111 Manatoba Sim Racing car is in the pits. So I'm not sure what's happened with them. They're coming out of the pits now. Ooh, that's not a good pit exit there. They've got the LMP2 cars to contend with. But yeah, very strange. We'll see if we can find out what happened to them. Battle for... Oh, what happened here? Just as we look, the number 33 takes the runoff through the exit of turn 1. Not entirely sure what happened there, but they were fighting with the number 7 car, so they've got to go at that once again. Keeping on that battle. The battle for second place is now developing as well. Cliff van der Ven is within a second of the number 1 car. So this is the other Fair Racing entry, having a go at getting further up the podium. Fastest lap so far is held by Mantis Ricus on a 1 minute 32.816. So he is starting to close that gap once again. Ooh, he gets a little bit squirrely in the entry into Sector 3. Through the final corner now. He's going to be close enough to make any form of overtake. Robert Pawn is also fighting Luca Gray as well. He gets very close to the back of Jesus Motorsport. LMP2, looks like his contact was made. He's got a little bit of damage on the front of there. Oh, that's stuck behind the 111. Coming through the final corner, it's going to go 3 wide. And now 2 wide on the start-finish straight. Who's going to have the better brakes this time? He's going to brake later. Oh, that's on the grass there for Luca Gray. He does a good job of recovering that, but looks like he just lost some concentration there, looking too much in his mirrors, not where he was going. And he very nearly had a major accident there, and that is gifted the place to the number 2. So that's 11th place now for the number 2 car as they continue their recovery. Christoph Boaten here is having a go at Arcades of Tribune, number 29. And oh, there's contact, and just about managing to not spin it there. And 98 once again says thank you very much, I will have that position. And he is now going to bully the Panica Gaming BMW into that place. So very nearly a disaster there for the 69. Very good, very well held. A bit further ahead, the Colin Sanders is chasing down the Bentley of number 77. Battle further up as well, side by side, number 19 going around number 8. So it looks like that might have been the number 8 trying a move on number 19, but not quite able to pull it off. So that is number 19 able to hold off the number 8 for the time being, for the final podium position in GT3. So big battles going on in this half of the field here. This is the number 11 Track VR Racing, driven by Colin Sanders. He's chasing down number 77 Bentley. That's Udunia Racing Bentley, the only Bentley Continental GT3 we have on the grid at the moment, but he is being chased all the way down here by the 11. Who's got the best grunt at the moment, we'll find out. Looks like the 77 is able to just about hold on for the time being. This is the 5th position in class. We've got Gregor Bulat there, and oh, he's gone very wide out of the corner. He's contact there, just about cuts across the nose of the 29, manages to hold in position. But that is another place, although could have been a lot worse there for the 98, and he continues, and he will soon be joining this battle between the 11 and the 78. Number 8 is still chasing down the number 19, so the Mountain Boffa Sim Racing BMW, Corvette is closing down. Looks like the image might be a little bit wrong there, as it goes very defensive, does the Porsche, very swirl all the way around the outside, does number 8. Can he make that stick this time? There's contact between the two as number 8 drifts wide. Not happy about that is Gergely there in the Porsche. Feels like he was done a bit dirty there, and now that's going to put him under pressure from the hard charging Bentley and Corvette behind. So that is up in the 3rd position in class goes Luca Rosmarino in the number 8. Closing in there is the Bentley, followed by the Corvette. Keep an eye on that as the action unfolds. Number 69 is once again having a go at number 29 at Penny Gaming car, who's been rightly bullied so far. Very well held there. Does Christoph Boaten. That's not going to help now, and he is under pressure from the rookie monster Ferrari. And we've got some LMP2 traffic coming through as well. This is a mess, isn't it? Look at this. So that's the... oh, it looks like... Has that been a change for the lead? I've missed it. It has. I don't know how this has happened, but Roman Jakubovic has been overtaken by Matas Rikis, and now he's under pressure from Cliff van der Vin. So I'm sorry I missed that, but that was a change for the lead in the race. So Matas Rikis now ahead. This is the second place car going around the Panika Gaming BMW. It's going to be right on the back of Matas Rikis coming through to complete this next lap. Flasher headlights from the Porsche ahead there. This is an absolute cluster going through the start finish straight. Some GT3 cars and LMP2s all over the place as the number 1 car goes around the 11 through turn 1, through turn 2 and 3 now. There goes number 6. Getting through the traffic, squeezing his way around the big Bentley as well. Battle further down, this is 5th position. So this is number 79 on-off racing car driven by Nicholas Lemoyne, chasing down number 89 Jan Nicholas Weiter. So this is for 5th position. Overall, we have to go very wide to avoid the BMW there, does the 79. Manages to gather it all back up and continue his chase. Max Scholten is close behind Timothy Goya at number 7 car. The 7 gets a bad mid-corner there, and that's putting him right on the back foot. Coming through into the 3rd sector nearly now, some Ferraris and Corvettes to deal with as the midfield battle for GT3 continues. 3 wide into the right-hander. There's not quite enough room for everyone. There's minor contact. Everyone seems to get away with it though. And ooh, very close. I think there's a little bit of argy-bargy going on there. The number 33 having a good old fight there with the number 7. Side by side with the 69. No room given by either car there. And that was very cheeky of the 33, just kind of pushing the 69 off the road. That might be looked at by race control, but that has put the 69 once again under pressure from Simon Marshall in the number 73 Team Rookie Monster Ferrari, side by side. Down the start finish straight, slightly ahead coming into turn 1. Who's going to have the better brakes now? Ferrari has the inside line, very, very twitchy on the brakes there. Manages to get it stopped, and no switchback attempt there from number 69. So that is once again the 69 in the wall slightly, being challenged by the other cars to remain on the track. So very exciting start to the race for them, which is probably not what they wanted. Battle for the lead is hotting up. The 3 cars here are right with each other. So this is Matas Rikis we're looking at here. He is fighting for the lead of the race. So that's number 1, number 6 and number 57, all chasing each other down. They've made it clear of the GT3 traffic for the time being, so this is all on merit now. So who's got the outright pace in the beginning stages of this race? Only 45 minutes in, I feel like I've only just been able to take a breath. So fantastic start, and not meant too many incidents. I don't think we've had any penalties. We've had a couple of incidents reported, so they'll be looked at by the race control. But back to the race itself. Looks like Cliff van der Vin is having a look at the number 6 here. So the Fair Racing Team LMP2 down the start finish straight. They're both going to have slipstream. Number 1 goes to the inside to break the slipstream of the 2 cars. 57 tries to go around the outside. Squeezed a little bit there by number 6, and he's able to hold off. Can a switch track happen? Not quite. Next move possibly into the hairpin. 57 drops back a little bit. It's hard to maintain. Oh, he goes straight on. What has happened there? Oh, he's into the wall. That might be that could possibly be some heavy damage for the 57. They're not able to go yet. Possibly a hardware issue that's caused that. They're going to try restarting, it looks like, but that is terrible news for the 57. Yeah, it just doesn't look like they braked. Could it be possibly a yeah, maybe a pedal fault or something along those lines? But that is terrible, terrible news for them. They are not going as of yet. See if we can jump on board with them and see if they are actually able to. If they got any engine power. there doesn't seem to be anything, so that could be them out of the race, which is very unfortunate. So the battle continues for first position with one less car in the mix. And further down the order, everyone else has gained positions. See, Gregor Bulat now is fighting with the number 19 car side by side there. We've got the I think the Juices Motorsport LMP2 behind as well. Looks like number 6 now RSA Sim Racers car has retired from the race. Not sure what happened to them. It's another place there for the 98. Oh, and there's contact. The Juices Motorsport LMP2 tries to get around the inside. The LMP2 looks like it. They feel like that was number 98's fault. Couldn't really tell from our side. And they're going to try again. There's more contact. They really need to be more patient. I think the Juices Motorsport LMP2, they're swerving in front of the BMW. That is not on. That could cause a serious incident, so they need to be very careful of their driving standards there. A little bit behind there, we've got the number 11 still chasing down at 77 for 6th position. And there's the number 19, sorry, ahead of them, who is in 5th. A penalty for Bartek Machak. We'll see.
Race control, drive-through penalty for car 76, hitting car number 11.
So that is a penalty there for number 76 for contact with number 12. So not entirely sure what happened there, but race control feels it was deserving of a penalty. Back to action here. Architect Schreiber in number 29. He is closing in on this battle as well. Let's have a look at the extended battle we've got here. So apparently this is all 15th position. Number 98 of Luna Racing is running off into the distance with this one, really. They got about 4 seconds to the next car, which is the number 8. So they are close. They're already up until from the back of the grid up until 4th position in class. So fantastic work from them. I see. I'm not sure if the 57 managed to get going again. I don't think they have. No, they have DNF. So whatever happened with the 57, it was a race-ending incident. So see if they want to come pop into the waiting room, have a chat about that later on. But unfortunately, that is their race done for the time being. Battle still raging on between these 3 cars. There's a little bit of lag there. 77 closing in slightly on number 19, not able to make any moves at the moment. You see in the distance the 98 driving away. Luna Racing BMW doing a fantastic job of recovering. They'll be gunning for the win here, and that'll give them all the bragging rights they'll ever need. Oh, it was a game crash for the 57, which took them out of the race. That is very unfortunate for them. So back to the action here. Now here we've got Simon Marshall on the back of this grid as well now, so this is a fantastic battle. We've got here, oh, that's Panic Gaming BMW doing a massive dive bomb there. I don't think he really meant to do that. But he's not been able to make that stick, and now he is under pressure from the 73, squeezing around the long right-hander. 73, sorry, he just has to back out of that one. He wasn't able to make that move stick. But yeah, I don't think the 29 really wanted to make that dive. But no harm done, and the race continues. Speaking of the race itself, the number 77 is closing in on the number 19 Porsche. He's managed to shake off the number 11 behind due to the earlier incident. Looks like the number 73 is going to try and make another move here on the BMW. He manages to get it done so far, and he defends the apex, and that is the move done there. So that is him up into, I think that's 9th position in class, 9th or 8th position. But it doesn't look like the BMW's quite finished. Got to drop back now though. So 8th position in class there for the number 73 Team Rookie Monster Ferrari. The Bentley is once again chasing down the number 19. Roman Jakubovic is closing in for the race lead as well. I just noticed there it went down to about 4/10 of a second through the first corner. There's some more GT3 traffic to contend with. But we'll see what they can do. Battle for 3rd position is on as well. This is the number 89 facing off against number 66. Keep an eye on this battle here, and that's the 79 coming to get involved as well. Some cars going head to head. Ahead, that's down the bottom of the GT3 order, it looks like. I can't tell you exactly who that was, unfortunately, but going back to this battle here, the Bentley's still not able to make a move, but the 73 of Simon Marshall trying to make moves there on the number 11, not quite able to pull that one off. Going through the end of the first sector now. What can the 73 do? He's got the outside, not quite close enough to make a move there. Going to back off and try once again, but that Pinnacle Gaming BMW behind is ready to pick up any of the pieces come their way. Part for 22nd in class. This is the fight we just caught our eyes on. I do apologise for the frame rate. Once we have a quick ad break, I will try and fix that for everybody. So you can see our social media up, just come up on the screen there. So give us a tweet, like our page on Facebook as well, and on Twitter to keep up to date with all the action. And as I say, that battle carries on raging. Contact there, number 11 gets a small tap from the 73, and everyone walks away all fine from that one for the time being. Battle for 4th position LMP2 is heating up as well. It's for 3rd actually. Mark Weiss is at the front of this train in the number 66 Blackhawk Racing LMP2, and he is followed by the number 89 and number 79. So these 3 cars all battling for the final podium position. Roman Jakubovic is still just about on the tail of number 1 as number 1 goes round one of the Corvettes into turn 1, and then number 6 goes round as well, able to hold off there. Battle for 3rd still continuing now. Right on board with the number 79 for a minute or so, just so we can see this battle ahead of us. Turn 4 and turn 5 now. A bit away from the apex was the number 89, but he's able to maintain his speed and doesn't lose out too much time to number 66. And through the fast right-hander onto the back straight. Looks like the number 79 losing a tiny bit of time ahead to the cars ahead. Probably Dirty Air getting in the way of that one. As some more GT3 traffic to contend with. Now back to this battle, the Bentley is still trying to find a way past the number 19. Within about 4/10 of a second, they seem to be a little bit stuck there at the moment. Doesn't look like they have the legs on a straight line to get close to the Porsche. But they definitely got the braking. It seems they close right up through the first couple of corners. A little bit squirrely on the power as some more LMP2 traffic comes through behind. That's your leaders coming through now. Number 1 darting its way between the cars, finding any which way to get about and put some buffer between him and number 6. Speaking of number 6, there he goes between these two cars, and oh, he got caught at a very bad time between that number 19 Porsche there, Simco car, so that's put a little bit of a delay on his chase. Grosjean Bulat has closed up to number 8 now, so this is for 3rd position. So number 98 continues its astounding charge to the front of the field. Is now going after the Minato Boffa Sim Racing Porsche. That's not a Porsche, is it? That's a Corvette. 0.2 of a second coming through the final corner. It looks like the move's going to be on through turn 1. 3 wide is going to go for momentarily as the number 1 comes through. Number 98 using some of the slipstream to get alongside. It's just about neck and neck coming through into turn 1 as number 6 is going to dive down the inside of both of them and get the lap on them. And the number 98, pretty straightforward move really. 8 had nowhere to go and just had to concede that position. So that is number 98 from the back of the grid all the way up into 3rd position already, and we're only half an hour into the race. So fantastic action from them. This is number 3, which is the Team Rookie Monster Ferrari, the black car, or the black and red kind of shiny car, as it is at the moment, chasing down the Scuderia Bolesnegro car number 91. This is for 22nd position on track. See if anything comes of this one. Battle for the gargantuan battle here for 6th place in GT3 continues. The number 11 is now caught back up to the number 77 at Bentley. So the yellow flag in sector 2 looks like someone might have had a little bit of an incident. That's now cleared, which is good to see. Damage there to number 11, so it looks like they've had, we do know they've been in the walls ever so slightly in this race. We've got the number 33 coming through to put a lap on them, and that's really helped number 11 close up on the Bentley. He's going to try and make a move through the chicane, not able to make that stick. I think we've been told, the drivers were told in the briefing not to really make any overtaking manoeuvres through that chicane, because it is just one line through there. Down start very straight. The 11 is closing in the slipstream. He's going to try and pop out into the inside, into the braking zone. He's not going to be alongside though. Has to back out of that one and just follow the Bentley through once again. It's a fantastic close battle between these drivers. And we've got Simon Marshall in the Rookie Monster, the white Rookie Monster Ferrari closing in as well. So it's all to play for in this particular position. Back to the front of the field, the battle for 3rd position in LMP2 is on once again. This is Mark Veit under pressure from the number 89 of Bros Racing, Erika. And I do apologise, a bit of choppiness from my side there. Hopefully that solves itself. Colin Sanders still chasing down the Bentley. It's allowing number 7 Go Team Racing LMP2 through there. And ooh, that's the LMP2 just keeping it together through there. There's big trainer cars all for position here, obviously apart from the LMP2. Simon Marshall is starting to get under pressure from Arctis Treba in the number 29, who is himself under pressure from number 26 behind, which is Luigi Russo. Mantis Ricas has pulled out quite a considerable gap here. He's got about 3 seconds, or just under, to the Blackhawk Racing LMP2. So he's done well to extend that gap. Jan Kozvaita is still chasing down number 66 in the Bros Racing LMP2 entry. So keeping an eye on that battle as well, so it's all to play for in the podium positions. Colin Sanders is still closing on this Bentley. He might have a good attempt now. Yellow flag in sector 3, keep an eye on that, see if there's any issues. That's cleared itself down the outside now, goes to the 11. Fantastic sweep manoeuvre. He's going to lose out on the exit though. It's still side by side between the two, and who's going to have to duck out this one first? Nobody, it seems. It looks like the 11 might just have it, and the 77 has to concede. 77 is going to be under pressure from the Ferrari behind, Rookie Monster Ferrari, and everyone closes right up to each other there. A bit wide of the apex does number 11 there, but all seems to be fine for the time being. Let's see if the Ferrari of Simon Marshall ran on board with him for a second. We see a little bit of damage to the back of that Bentley. Side by side already on the start-finish straight. We'll see who can get the move done. Side by side behind them as well with the number 26. And he goes into the back of the 73 there, and that has sent the 77 off track as well. But yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate there from the 26. They just got the braking zone wrong, and they've once again punted the 73 there. So it's that problem with the 73. Looks like they are pulling off to the side of the track. They have pulled over, so what's happened there? Looks like they're back going again, so must have possibly got some damage or something happened during that, but very strange indeed. They're back up and running though, but they have lost a couple of positions. Luigi Russo is back behind the number 29 car, and that has let the 77 kind of go a little bit as well, and they're definitely number 11, so the number 11 is well ahead of this pack now and has been the big winner of all the kerfuffle. He is going to go chase down number 19 for 5th position. Now, out of all that, Dennis Castillo Sims is doing a fantastic job in the lead of GT3s at the moment. He's not really been challenged as of yet. He is about 4 seconds ahead of the number 18, as you can see in the background. And looming as well is the number 98 BMW, which is closing in for its challenge on 2nd position. It's got about 2 seconds back between them. This battle's still not over though. Number 66 is is being challenged by the 89 for that podium position in LMP2.
This is race control, drive-through penalty for car 26, causing a collision with other GT3s in turn 1.
And that was the incident we saw on stream there as a drive-through penalty for the 26, which I believe is fair, causing some collisions and some damage and lost position. Then that will result in penalty. So this battle continuing. The 77 is going to pull off. The 26 is going to pull off this battle due to the drive-through penalty they have. But number 29 of Arctis Treba is chasing down the 77 Bentley. The battle-stricken and battle-scarred Bentley, as you can see. The 73 is starting to make moves as well now, back up the field. He's got a couple of Ferraris ahead of him. Noah Bergman in the number 88, and we've got Roger Decline in the number 91 as well. This is for 11th in class, so Simon Marshall will want to bring that car forward a little bit more and get back into the top 10. This battle continues here. Arctis Treba is putting down his challenge on number 77. There was a yellow flag briefly there in sector 2, so that's probably another little spin. This battle's going on all over the place at the moment. It's fantastic racing so far. Battle for the third position in LMP2's has dropped off ever so slightly. And we will be coming up to pit stops very soon. I think number 7 has just, yep, they've just come out of the pits. So pit stops for the LMP2s starting with the number 7. So that's a slightly early stop for them. See how that plays out in the long run. Roger Klein here, back in the GT3 class, chased down by 2 other Ferraris. So the triple Ferrari fight we've got going on in front of us right now. And these 3 cars, Simon Marshall's looking to set up a move, it seems. Oh, we tried to have a look down the inside then, but just didn't really want to commit to that straight away. Here we go, all the LMP2s are now starting to come into the pits. Mark Veit in the pits, Jan-Nicholas Veit in the pits. We've got Roman Jakubovic and Mantis Rikas all in the pits now. So the leaders starting to make their moves. First kind of strategy calls. A little bit wide there. Does the does number 88 go ever so slightly? Here in the pits, we'll have a look at this. This was your leader. We'll see where they come out. The number 79 has inherited the race lead for the time being. We'll see what happens with the number 6. Number 6 is coming out just behind number 1, so we'll see what that does to the Deltas as they come out of the pits now. And that has put the number 1 is about 3.4 seconds ahead now. Oh, Roman Jakubovic is very stuck behind some traffic there coming through turns 2 and 3. So that's not going to help him at all. It's gone up to about 4 seconds gap now. Mark Veit and Timothy Goya having a battle here. This is for 7th position in LMP2. Number 11, number 19 battle being overtaken by these 2 cars. Roger Klein has been overtaken by Noah Bergman, so I'm not sure we missed that happen, but now he is under pressure as a bit of a weird jump there. He's now under pressure from the 73 Ferrari. So a little bit sideways there was the 73. Yellow flag in sector 1. Hopefully that should clear itself in a second. Colin Sanders is closing in once again on number 19, coming through the final corners now. So about 20 minutes or so until we see the GT3s come into for their first pit stops. They can go for about twice as long as the LMP2s can on 1 tank of fuel. Can the 11 make a move? The number 19 goes defensive, goes back into the racing line. Very close in the braking zone of these 2 cars. And we've got the Fair Racing LMP2 coming around the outside of both of them as a big tree gets in the way. I love that camera angle. Still not able to make any moves yet is number 11. Still very close here. Let's ride on board here with the number 11 for a little minute as we can see this battle. It's a screaming Porsche 911 GT3 engine. You can hear it there, braking into the left-hand chicane. Max Rikas goes quickest, 1 minute 32.501. So that is a new fastest lap in of the race. He's currently sat in 4th position, chasing down the number 15, who is, I believe, yet to pit. This battle continues, coming through the final couple of corners now. Be close enough this time around to make a move into number 11. It's about 4/10 of a second behind. Yellow flag in sector 1, which I'm not sure caused that. That is very quickly cleared itself. Bentley behind, number 77 is under pressure from 29. So it seems the number 77 is constantly under pressure of somebody, but he's doing a fantastic job of defending that position. See that they're coming through turn 3 into turn 4. The 29's got the inside line, not able to make that move. Bentley just is able to outbrake the BMW and just park it on the apex. And that's the Royal Blue LMP2 trying to come through there as well. Okay, so while we've got a slight lull to the action, despite this battle, we're just going to have a quick commercial break. I'll also try and fix some of the kind of choppiness issues we have. So do stick with us, and we will be back with you momentarily. Hello everybody and welcome back to the 3 hours of Catalunya in the WSCC Season 4 Championship. So you join us back in battle here between Colin Sanders and Gergely Gavari in the Porsche and the Corvette. This is for 16th overall and for 5th position in class. So these two have been going at it for a few laps now. Within this, Roman Jakubovic has gone past Mantis Rikas. So Mantis Rikas is in 4th position at the moment, but I think we're still possibly still waiting for the 89 and the 79 to make their pit stops. I'm not entirely sure though. I think they should have definitely pitted by now. But yellow flags in sector 3 momentarily, and they have since cleared. Back to this battle here, the Bros Racing LMP2 number 89 getting through these two cars here. We have also had, which I have missed, the number 98 has gone past the number 18, is now into 2nd place in class, and he's chasing down the number 87 Ferrari. So keep an eye on that in the next few laps, see how they can improve. What fantastic effort to get that close. Number 8 is chasing down the number 18. This is for 3rd position in GT3. So number 8 having a pretty good race so far, and is able to keep mixing with the big boys here. It's going to be side by side into the chicane, into the hairpin. Sorry, not quite. The number 18 is able just to put the car in front. Yellow flag in sector 1. Not entirely sure what was causing that. Possibly a quick spin, but we're all back to where we were. Battle for the lead developing here. This is number 6 chasing down the 79. This is for 1st position. So very close to trying to stick it down the inside. There was the number 6. Not able to quite make that stick. Tries once again to get on the inside. There's no room given there, and the number 1 is getting involved in this battle as well. I've seen the graphics, only about 0.3 of a second separating these 3 cars. Look at this, all top to tail. Another penalty for Bartek Maciek there, and it's around the outside. The number 6 tries to go. Number 1 is getting involved as well. It's 3 wide there. Number 8 just I think was recovering from an incident there, just gets right out of the way. Number 1 is around the outside. They're all fighting. It's a fantastic battle for 1st position. 79 not just about able to hold on. The number 1 goes down the inside of the chicane, and he just about makes that stick. Fantastic work. But the number 6 has got the line here, goes through into 2nd position. So that was a rather eventful lap. I don't think it's over yet though. Number 79 is going to start closing in once again. Let's ride on board, see if he can close back on the Blackhawk car. Coming through turn 1 is about the same on the brakes, it seems, but not able to quite pull it off. He's going to start dropping back from these two now. Trackside camera once again. Roman Jakubovic is chasing down the number 1 car. And I think that's the number 19 Porsche ahead there. Number 1 going through. It's starting to look a little bit battle scarred now after these after that quite tense lap of battling that they had going on. Starting to pull away ever so slightly at these 2 cars from the 79. So the on-off racing car not quite able to hold the pace, it seems, at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on this battle as it continues. 3-way battle here. This is for 15th position on track, for 4th position in class. And number 11 is closing in on the number 8, who is fighting with the number 19. So this is for 4th position, as I said. We've got 4th position car in LMP2. So 66 Mark Light coming through there as well. Need he's going to split this battle up ever so slightly. Coming down the start-finish straight, the Bentley as well still has the Panika Gaming BMW for company. So we have the other Panika Gaming BMW coming out of the pits. Ooh, very close to contact there. The number 8 very deep on the brakes. Just about managing to avoid hitting the 19 there. Battle continues. Number 11 is just behind. Just waiting to pick up the pieces of any incidents that come his way, or come the way of the 2 cars ahead. Ooh, number 8 goes onto the grass. He's on the inside, but he's just about going to try and make that stick very deep on the brakes. A big dive from number 8. That puts him on the inside, which will turn to the outside for the next corner. Very close to contact between the two. Don't think the 19 knew he was fully there. Squeezing on the apex. Oh, there's contact and big shove from behind. That sends the 8 into the wall. That's going to be damage. I don't think the 11 had anything to do with that, really. Unfortunately, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Nothing he could do to avoid that. And yeah, unfortunately, the 8 was just about out of control at that point. He's now going to come under pressure from both the 88 and the number 3 Ferraris behind. There goes number 8 trying to make a move down the inside. There goes, sorry, is that number 8? It says sorry, it's number 3. I'm blind. It's Miguel Machino, Massinho, or sorry, butchering your names. Goes through there, and now the number 88 Ferrari, driven by Noah Bergman, is battling the number 8 as well. Let's see who's got the better legs down the start-finish straight. Is it the Corvette or is it the Ferrari? We'll see here down.
It's race control, drive through for car 33, making contact with Porsche.
That's Max Scholten getting a drive-through penalty in fair racing. And where that goes the 88 around number 8 car. So it's been a terrible couple of laps here for number 8. Looks like they might have a bit of damage as they struggle to get the car under control. Number 77 is once again being pressured by the 29, you can see on the screen here. '29 trying to look down the inside, not quite close enough this time around. Braking, going up the hill. Going towards the 3rd sector. He's going to try. Looked at the inside then. Just showing the nose of the BMW is Arcadius Retriever here. Just to possibly pressurise the Bentley into making a mistake. Julian Munster, so he's been defending absolutely fantastically throughout the race so far. So in the next couple of minutes we should see the GT3 start their scheduled stops. That's easy for me to say. So could see some interesting things coming in the next couple of laps or so. Battle going on further down the field. This is Luigi Russo in number 26 car, chasing down number 73. That is Simon Marshall and Team Rookie Monster Ferrari. In fact, sector 1, there comes the number 26 into the pits, possibly trying to make an undercut go on here, so keep an eye on that. Back to this battle, the number 77 they closed in on Colin Sanders, so this has come from a little bit of nowhere. Looks to try around the inside there, wasn't quite able to make that stick. What's the 77 going to do here? He's going to bide his time, brake nice and early so he doesn't drive into the back of number 11, and he's going to be patient and wait for his opportunity. Can't be too patient though, because the 29 is close as well. You don't want to be stuck. This is the kind of worst position to be in when you are fighting in a race, if you've got to concentrate on attacking the car in front but also defend from the car behind. You've also got to hit all your marks and concentrate on the driving as well. It's very difficult to keep everything on your mind. That's a Ferrari ahead. That's don't think that's for position. That is yeah, a lap down Ferrari. I think is that the I can't quite see the number. I think that's the number 12 car. Yeah, that's Vaughan Freeman down in 26th position. More and more cars coming into the pits in GT3 now as this battle continues. We'll see if anyone does pull into the pits at the end of this lap, though. The leader in GT3 has come into the pits as well. He's been followed by the number 18. What's happened to the 98? Where have they gone? They are all the way down in 21st. So have they made a pit stop possibly? Let me have a quick look at the live timing. We'll see if we can find your answer. They've not come into the pits yet. So what has happened? The last lap was 1 minute 53.7. So if they had an incident possibly earlier on in the last lap, but yeah, they've dropped right down the order. Now, where are they on track? They are behind Kish by about 20 seconds, so they could have possibly pit, but I'm not 100% sure. We are a third of the way into this race, though. It will make sense that the 98 has pit, because I'll come across the line now, and they will be going up a few positions. And they go up and up and up the order as they pass everyone who has pitted. So, yes, disaster averted. They've actually come out ahead of the 87. So, yeah, that could be it. I think that's for the lead. So fantastic work for the 98 there. They've actually overtaken the number 87 in the pits. So we'll see how that plays out in the once everyone has made their pit stops. But I think that's 98 in the lead. From starting at the back of the grid, absolutely fantastic work from them to get up here. Battle for the lead of LMP2 is developing again as well. These two have been top to tail for the entire race so far. They've been fantastic to watch. Number 6 is chasing down number 1 car. Let's see what he can do. Coming into the final part of this lap, drop back a couple of tenths in the second sector, come through the third sector to see if he can improve on that. Dirty air is going to be affecting downforce through the medium and high speed corners, especially the final corner, where you want to take that as close to being flat out as you can, really, if not flat out, especially in the LMP2 cars. Number 1 car still has the fastest lap. That was 1 minute 30.501, but let's have a look at the last lap times. They were slightly quicker by about 4 tenths that lap than the number 6 car. 1 minute 34.293 from the number 1, 1 minute 34.654 from the number 6. So this battle's still going. I think traffic's going to play a big part in this later on. But yeah, that is confirmation. There is your new leader for GT3, the number 98, Luna Racing BMW. Absolutely fantastic start to the race they've had to come from the back of the grid after their they were put to the back of the grid for qualifying for their lap. I'll try one again. Put to the back of the grid for track limits infringements in qualifying. Don't forget, if you're watching this and also taking part in the race, feel free to drop into the waiting room in the commentary box. We'll give you an interview on stream tell us how the race is going and how your afternoon has been, your plans for the rest of the race. So if you do want to get involved in this series as well, there's a few spots left. You need a team of at least two or three drivers to compete in the season. So have a look on our website if you want to sign up, join our Discord page as well. All details are in the description of the live stream, I believe. If not, I'm sure Matt can post those in the chat for us if he's not too busy. But yeah, all the details will be on there. We've got 7 more races to go after this one, going across all of the best tracks in the world. Next one being on the 10th of January. So we'll have a nice few-week break after Christmas just to have a bit of a break, enjoy the festive period, and be back to it in the new year. Also coming in the new year as well is our first ever series in Assetto Corsa Competizione. be the Super Trofeo Sprint Cup, which we're taking the Lamborghini Super Trofeo cars, which are fantastic fun to drive in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and we'll be taking those for half-an-hour races across some of the best tracks in that sim. So if you're interested in your sprint racing and interested in Assetto Corsa Competizione, have a look at that as well. It's also, all details are on our website and in our Discord page. So back to the action now. We have Andrew Parkinson here, who has taken over from Colin Sanders, number 11, chasing down the Simplico Porsche for position. This is for 4th position in class. Not quite able to make that move stick. Tried it for the inside, but didn't quite get that done. There's a battle going on. Oh, in LMP2 here. This is 6th position. Timothy Goya and Max Scholten fighting very hard for position. These two. What a titanic battle that was through the second sector. Oh, and that's Timothy Goya going around. That's a bad place to end on a spin there. It's blind up that hill, but he's able to get away without too much of a problem. So, unfortunately, that battle's come to an end. As soon as we look at it, it does come to an end. But yeah, luckily for number 7, he can continue going. Tyres are a little bit warm, it seems, as he goes a little bit wide into the hairpin. Back to this battle for 4th place in GT3. Andrew Parkinson once again chasing down Patrick Beccarati in number 19 Simco Porsche. And he's just lost a little bit of time through the second sector here. He's lost a couple of tenths. Battle for the lead once again. It's close right up once again. This is Mantis Rikas in the number 1, being chased down by Roman Jakubovic in the number 6. So Team Rookie Monsters Blackhawk Racing, both in with good shouts in the championship. So whoever wins this race could possibly take the lead of the championship coming into the Christmas break, so it'd be fantastic end to the year for them. Some GT3 traffic coming through. That's a battle ahead of us. Simon Marshall and Baz Zwartenbol. Do apologise if I butchered that name. In number 91, chasing down number 73 as our lead battle comes through. Simon Marshall also battling there with Perseus Miram in the Paniki Gaming number 29. He's managed to get around the BMW, and he is now under pressure from number 91. So can the 29 defend? He can just about from 91 now. It's a very robust defence, but very fair. Fantastic defensive manoeuvres there from 29 to hold on to that position. As the Bros Racing LMP2 trying to come through this pack as well. Got Luigi Russo now in the other BMW of Meltoboffa Sim Racing, chasing down these two cars as they battle for position. Number 91, he'll try and make a move down the inside, heavy braking. Can he make that stick? Oh, the 29's gone very wide. He's being under pressure there from Luigi Russo, who gets the position back. The brakes glowing red hot, and there was contact there. That sent the 29 nearly into the gravel. So he's managed to gather that back up, but that was not a good series of corners there for the 29, leading 2 positions. 26 is chasing down the number 91 now, the Scuderia Bolos Negro car. Let's see if the BMW has the legs down a straight. The number 79 car coming through to lap these cars as well. Down the inside goes 79. Very quickly back out of that one. The BMW just did not want to give that position. Luigi was very defensive there. Didn't quite facilitate the pass, but no harm done. The 79 is through. Battle going on a little bit further up here. Number 11 has managed to get round number 19 while we were watching that battle. And now the number 88 of Bros Racing for the Ferrari The second one is now chasing down number 19. So Patrick Baccarati is under a lot of pressure here. Looks like doesn't quite have the speed that Ferrari does. Coming onto the back straight. Ooh, that's the Bros Racing LMP2 trying to get around these two cars as well. Number 19 has to give way to the LMP2 there, and that's put the Ferrari right on its tail once again. Not able to capitalise as of yet, but he's got a very good position to get deep into the slipstream. Down the start finish straight and make a move through the first corner. Gets very close into the brakes there into the chicane. We've also got the number 3 car, the rookie monster Ferrari, the black one, is approaching this battle as well, and he is being followed by Luca Rosmarino in the number 8. As they go side by side on the start finish straight, he has to use all the run off his contact on the main straight. Ooh, the 19 just about holds on to that. That was rough, to say the very least. It's lucky everyone got away with that. No idea what caused them to collide in a straight line like that, but at least no one has. At least no one's had any incidents. Number 3 is trying to make a move now on number 19. Ooh, 3 very sideways, still side by side though. They managed to just make that stick, and can the Ferrari get ahead? He has to go around the outside of the hairpin. No chance, he says. Number 3 is going to try and make a cutback. Fantastic cutback manoeuvre, he can get that done, but not quite. The Porsche has definitely got the legs on the corner exit. Got fantastic traction off the apex, does the Porsche 911 GT3. And that's the 79 trying to come through. Dived to the Ferrari, but wasn't able to quite get the Porsche at the same time. Obviously the Porsche not very happy about that, so a little bit of the flash of the headlights as the Ferrari goes to try and make a move. Very big dive down the inside. Minor contact, that sent the Porsche wide, and there's a spin, and very nearly taking out the, I think that was the 66 there. So, you better be very careful not to get stuck in that ditch there, Patrick, but that is very unfortunate for the 19 there. They were in a fantastic position, and just that little bit of contact, getting back onto the circuit, dirty tyres, that has been very disappointing for them. Within all that though, number 8 is closing in on number 3 now. So, Corvette making moves to chase down the Ferrari. I will make that move stick for the time being. Battle for the lead has abated somewhat. The number 6 is now about a second back, but it's too close to call at the moment. Any one of these drivers could take this. Back down the field, this is the number 73 taking on the number 26, sorry. And we've got number 91 close behind as well. Number 8 is fighting once again with the number 3 of the Ferrari. That's Rookie Monsters Ferrari versus Motorsport Sim Racing. Not quite able to make those moves stick at the moment, but there is a big slipstream zone coming. This is a chance for the Corvette to really put its foot down and try and make a move down the inside. Number 3 is going to go very defensive here. He decides not to, thinks he's got the line, and just takes his normal line through the corner and is able just to...
This is race control. Stop and go penalty for car 88 making contact with the Porsche.
There we go, that is a penalty for car number 88. That was with the contact with the number 19 we saw earlier. So back to this battle, they come through the chicane now. Corvette has to go just about onto the AstroTurf there. Got to be very careful of that anti-cut curb. 88 electing not to take its pit stop now, or its drive-through penalty now, and will continue on for the time being. And he's actually battling for position with number 11. So this is a 15th position on track. But the number 88 does have to serve a penalty. He's got about 3 laps to serve that, so he will need to start thinking about that and where he will come out on track. 88 once again is close behind the number 3. The battles at this end of the field has been absolutely fantastic. We've got this battle, we've got the battle with the 88 and the 11. We've also got the 73 and the 26, and also the 91 in joining that battle as well. So it's all go at this end of the field. Fantastic to see. There's actually a 20-second stop and go for the number 88 there, so that is a hefty penalty as the Royal Blue Racing LMP2 comes through this battle. The 3's gone wide though to avoid, I think he got his braking turn all wrong there, but the number 8 not able to capitalise on that. He's still where he was, which is a bit disappointing for number 8 really. Let's ride on board with number 8 for a couple of minutes here. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, not entirely sure what's causing that. It's cleared itself, so I think someone might have just gone run a bit wide, possibly, maybe out the final corner. It's there again, so I'll have to keep an eye on that, see if anyone is having issues, but all fine for now. See, the 88 is in the pits to do their stop-go penalty, so they're going to start dropping down the order. No moves made, unfortunately, there for number 8. He's going to have to try and find another way past the number 3. There's a penalty for Robert Paul and just come up. Wonder what's happened there. I'm sure we'll hear that from the race director momentarily. Battle for the lead, and LMP2's hotting up again as well. Half a second between these two. Looks like number 6 is able to close in when there's traffic ahead, and it's just dropping back ever so slightly when the track opens up again. But battle for 3rd position as well in LMP2, so the other Black Hawk car fighting for the 2nd podium spot. Ooh, very hard over the anti-cut curbs there was the number 66. Lucky to get away with that one. Chases down number 79. He's did a fantastic job in 3rd position at the moment. Goes to the inside, now to the outside. There is a yellow flag still in sector 3, so I'm not entirely sure what's causing that. I'll see if I can find any details on it. But it looks like it might have just cleared itself anyway, so people are just struggling around there at present. Number 3 has been overtaken by the 88, so while we were watching everything else unfold, the number 8 has managed to get around the Ferrari as the Ferrari gets that chicane all sorts of wrong there. And he is back down into 17th position on track. Mark Frank continuing to chase down the 79 here. In this battle as it develops. There's the 87 Ferrari there, who is in 2nd position in GT3. Oh, 12 seconds already, 12 seconds behind number 98. So whatever the 98 is doing at the moment, they are doing it fantastically well. They are currently a long way ahead of the competition after starting at the back of the grid. That's number 1 coming into the pits, Team Rookie Monsters. So that will be the 2nd pit stop of the day. That seems about right in terms of the timing. So yeah, we are coming into the pit window once again for the LMP2s. We've got the number 16, which is at the back of the LMP field, in the pits as well. So we'll see how that plays into the standings in the race. Mark Wright once again very close to the back of number 79. So keeping an eye on this battle. Roman Jakovic is continuing to go round. We'll see if he comes into the pits this lap. We want to try and possibly get the overcut on the number 1 car. Let's see what he can do coming through. He's held up a lot here behind the number 80 there. Number 80 is down at towards the bottom of the field, I believe. So, what's number 16? Carries on for another lap. So he wants to extend that advantage over the number 1 as much as he can before he comes into the pits. That's not going to help with the traffic he's got, but I'm sure he can deal with that. We'll keep an eye on that as it happens. This is further down the field here. This is Vaughan Freeman in number 12 Tracks VR Racing AMA Ferrari, fighting the number 29. So Pink Gaming is getting involved in all sorts of battles in this race today, with all sorts of different cars. First time we've really looked at the Track VR Racing Ferrari today. They seem to be pretty well. Yeah, in 23rd position overall on track and fighting for position. This is for 11th in class. Down the back straight now. They're flagging sector 2. Contact behind. Who is that? That was an LMP2 coming back onto the field. That is number 29, who is off in the gravel. He's able to continue all fine, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Just caught in the background there was a couple of cars spinning and an LMP2 coming back on track. So that might be looked at by race control. Don't think there's too much damage to the 99 here, but keep an eye on that one. Luigi Russo here, number 26 BMW, Minardi Boffa Sim Racing BMW, closing in on the number 3 Ferrari here. So we're approaching the halfway point. As number 6 has come into the pits from the lead of the race. So he's now in the pits. What does where's Mantis Rikas on track? He's coming through sector 2 now. So let's keep an eye on this. Nicholas Amoyne goes into the lead of the race. He's yet to pit. Here's Roman Yakubovic still in the pit lane. Mantis Rikas coming through sector 2 now. There's a lock-up there, I think, from the 66 Blackhawk Racing car. Is that lock-up or no? That's engine smoke. That isn't good. So number 66, they are running that car very hot, it seems. Yeah, they can't be doing that for too long, otherwise they will have an expired engine to contend with. Yakubovic still in the pits here. They're continuing on number 66. Coming out of the pits now. Mantis Rikas is coming past the, well, coming down the start finish straight now. And this could be very close to the first corner, and it is the number 1 that takes the position just for the time being. I think the 66 could try and get out of the way of his teammate here, and you can see the smoke billowing from that LMP2 car. So positions as they were at the end of the pit stop cycles for the leaders. Is that number 66 slowing? He's braking. He's obviously braking for the hairpin here, but have to keep it. Oh, there's a little bit of grass being kicked up by number 1 there. Number 6 is right on the gearbox of that LMP2 now. Not able to make the move coming through here to try and get into the slipstream and maybe have a dive down into the 3rd sector at the end of this straight. To the high-speed right-hander, sorry, I know my left from right, I promise. And he's dropped back a little bit of the dirty air, probably not helping through the high-speed sections there. That's number 88 there. Just has to contend with the LMP2s fighting for the lead around him. Number 79 in the pits as well now, so we'll see where he comes out. He was in 3rd position. See if he can pop out ahead of the number 66, who is still smoking away. They can't be doing that for much longer unless they want a broken engine. And that's left number 6, just not quite able to capitalise now, unfortunately. So the battle continues between these two. We'll see if I can find any more battles further down the order. Number 91 is continuing his battle with the number 73. This is for 19th position in overall. So quite a while still we see pit stops for the GT3 class, about half an hour or so. But these two are fighting it out. Number 66 still in the pit lane here. They're dropping down and down the order. So they are back underway again. Engine still smoking away. So they really will need to be cautious of that. Back to this battle though, between the two Ferraris. So lovely pink design on the number 91 car. I am a fan of that livery. Let's ride on board. The number 91 gets very close to the 73 through the hairpin there. Maximising the exit is number 91, brakes early. Oh, that's a 73 going sideways. Misses the apex. He's gathered it all back up and is able to maintain the position, but that was very nearly a spin. Well held by the 73. Deep on the brake goes the 91. A very scruffy looking lap from the 73 here. They're both going to try and go side by side, not quite through this corner. But 91's going to have the advantage of the slipstream coming down into the left-hander. There is an LMP2 coming through though, that is the 33. Number 91's going to lose time as he has to just dab the brakes just to stop some contact on the rear of the LMP2. And the battle has waned slightly as the LMP2 picks its way through. Just neutralises this battle somewhat for the time being, but as soon as LMP2 is gone, this battle continues. Battle for the lead of the race once again. Roman Jakubowicz is within 0.6 of a second of the number one. This battle's been going on for the entirety of the race. It's been absolutely fantastic to watch them both go at it. Breaking into the left-hander. Number 6 isn't able to make the move stick at the moment. .3 of a second between these two cars. It's fantastic watching these go at it once again. Very, very close through the chicane, through the final corner. It's might hamper, yeah, it's definitely hampering number 6 there. He's dropped a couple of tenths just from the dirty air as they go past the GT3 leader there in a world of their own. Gap is starting to extend ever so slightly. Lap times are pretty much identical between these two in the last lap. 1 minute 33.998 for number 1 and 1 minute 33.859. So there's a tenth in it. And these two, it does look like the number 6 is much quicker through the first and second sector, but it does lose the time back again in the third. So they're very evenly matched, these two drivers, as the Corvette just kind of goes through there. That's a Corvette we saw have some issues over, number 99. Still underway. Very close. Ooh, 99 gets very squirrely there. Side by side though, coming into the braking zone. Number 6 has to go a long way around. He has a fantastic cutback. He's still going to be on the outside, but what a brilliant move. And that's the lead of the race for the 6. Fantastic. It's not over yet though. Number 1's going to fight back on the inside. He's got the he's got the car alongside, so the 6 has to give him room. Side by side once again coming into the chicane. Who's going to have... wow! Brilliant stuff from the two drivers there to go side by side. It's just short. Ooh! Such a narrow chicane. Just about managing to avoid contact with the Porsche there. But yeah, that was... that was spicy between those two drivers. This is not over though. Number 1 is braking heavily into the first corner. Oh, the 77 is going to have to avoid all of this, and 29 as well. 29 in all this has got past number 77. But what a brilliant move that was by Roman Jakubowicz to stick it down the inside, and two drivers sticking side by side the entire thing. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I'll just refresh the overlay because I do know that yeah, there was it does stay get behind somehow. But there we go. Halfway into the race now, and we have the number 6 in the lead of the race. Look further down the field, number 9173 still going at it. They've got some LMP2 traffic to contend with. That's Royal Blue, LMP2, and the Go Team Racing number 7. Number 77 Bentley, who has dropped back a little bit from the 29. Been doing a fantastic job of defending for the entirety of the race. Has the number 77 absolutely brilliant job, deserving a little bit of a higher position than they are in my opinion. Battle for 3rd position at LMP2. This is the number 2 car. Ooh, having a small tap from behind from the 79 there. Has come through the final chicane, through the final corner. Number 2 takes a wide entry, brings it back to the apex. Better run for the 79. He's going to go around the outside, looks like. Very defensive from number 2. They're side by side, coming down the south range straight. Very close to contact between the two. That's the Juices Motorsport LMP2 coming out of the pits as well. The 2's going to have the inside line. Turns out onto the outside line though, and that's the 79. Not quite around. Inside again for number 2. Fantastically defended. And that is the position so far. It could all change the next corner though, but the side by side once again. Coming into turn 4, it's the inside line for the number 2. They've got that line, but it does turn to the outside for the next corner. Can they pull ahead? The 79 goes down the inside fantastically. He outbraked himself there though, and that's put the 2 on the other side of him now. This is a fantastic battle. Absolutely brilliant. But the 79 does come out on top. Excellent stuff. So 79 up into 3rd position in LMP2 as the number 2 there is trying to make its way around the number 98. That's the Juices Motorsport cars. A battle for 7th position. What happened there? I'm not quite sure what the cause of that issue was, but that was number 7 spinning around the front of, I think that was Luigi Russo, I think, in the the BMW. So yeah, not entirely sure what happened though. Did just about catch that, but very unfortunate for the number 7. I'm sure the race director will be having a look at that. Further downfield, 77 is closing in once again to the 29. These two have been going at it for a long time. 2 big cars having a good old fight between the 2 of them. That's the number 79 car coming through. Braking there. Looks like the 77 is losing a bit of time now, just due to the traffic that's going on. But then again, oh god, that's a big mess there. Somehow the Juices Motorsport car has got unlapped itself from the number 2. So this is pretty much the closest battle we have on track at the moment. So we'll have a quick keep following these cars around for now. I'll take the opportunity to say, if you are enjoying the stream, please leave it a like. It does help out with our exposure. Also consider subscribing as well if you haven't already, just to keep up to date with everything that we do here at Chequered Simsports. Click the bell notification icon as well to be notified whenever we go live or we upload a new video, as we occasionally do. So yeah, have a look at our Discord as well if you're interested in joining in with the frivolities we have this afternoon. Always looking to accept new members. There is team spots available in this series still, so if you want to enter your own team, or if you want to see if there is a team looking for some drivers, then we have our kind of find a team thing in our Discord as well. So if you want to have a go at this series, have a look on there and see what we can do. As I mentioned earlier, if you're also looking to compete in Assetto Corsa Competizione, we'll be running our first ever series in the new year, starting on a can't remember the exact date, but starting, I think it was on the 13th of January, we'll be doing 30-minute sprint races in the Super Trofeo Lamborghinis in Assetto Corsa Competizione, which are fantastic cars to drive. If you've not driven them, I highly suggest that you do. So this battle is continuing now. Number 77 closing as a yellow flag in Sector 1. Not entirely sure what's causing that, but it has cleared itself once again. Getting very close now is number 77. He is going for the inside line, not able to quite make that move at the moment. So he has to back off and chase down the Panika Gaming BMW once again, with the Polish flags adorning this, the end plates on the spoilers. Big British flag on the top of the Bentley. Big national battle we got going on between the two cars. Deep in the slipstream now is the 77. Is he going to try and make a move into turn 1? He's not close enough at the moment. He is closing all the time. He's going to dive down the inside. He's not able to make that stick, wasn't quite brave enough on the brakes, and continues on as they were in 13th position for the 77 and 12th for the 29. Let's take a quick moment to check on our leader in GT3. This is number 98 of Luna Racing, driven by Gregor Spula. His teammate Adam Karkazowski is yet to get in the car. We'll be seeing him possibly, well, probably in the next pit stop to take the car to the end. But they started at the back of the grid and they had their lap times given away from them, or taken away from them, due to track limit infringements in qualifying. So they started at the back and have made it their challenge to get to the front of the grid. They've done that handsomely, and they have a 20-second gap to the number 87. So, fantastic effort from that car. Don't know what they've done to that BMW, but it's certainly doing a good job so far. Battle developing, I do say that, but a couple of... Oh, that's Timothy Goya in the pits, and that's retired. So, and what's happened to them? That's them out of the race, and 89 is in the pits as well. Not sure if that is for a scheduled pit stop or not. They are in their pit box, but yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. Back to this battle we've got on screen now. We've got the 77 still trying to make his way around number 29. Got one of the Blackcourt cars coming through at the same time. Got some traffic coming up behind this battle as well. Number 98 is starting to make some moves to overtake these cars. Not for position, obviously. 98 is very much in the lead. Oh, and a big dive there. The 98 is not hanging around, just wants to get past this battle as soon as possible to not get caught up for too long. That's cost the 77 in some time. 29 is now going to be overtaken by number 98. Has to hang it around the inside. Oh, that's contact! The 77 spun half spin there. That was a very big lunge from the 77. That was not very well planned, and that has brought an end to that battle for the time being. Yeah, I don't think they meant to do anything along those. I think they might just administer to braking zone slightly, and that's all she wrote, really. So let's have a look at our leader in LMP2. This is the number 6 is currently in the lead. Gained about 4 seconds on Mantis Rica. So in the second half of this race, the Blackhawk car has managed to pull ahead somewhat. So going around the second place GT3, that's the 87 Bros Racing Ferrari. But yeah, they pulled out a gap. It's gone down to about 3.5 seconds now. You can see the number 1 in the background there. Lap times pretty similar. It's a tenth quicker for the number 6, but nothing too much in there. So I think possibly some traffic has brought an end to that fight for the time being. So looking at the table here, we have 4 cars that have not finished the race. We've got the number 13 that was out of the race very early on, along with the number 69, number 57 retired due to a game crash, which is unfortunate for them. So they are also out of the race. And we have the number 7, which is our most recent retirement as well. Unsure what the reason for that is. Looking at the kind of live marshalling, I believe it was to do with some contacts which we may have missed. A couple of battles developing further down the field. Number 91 is still trying to chase down the number 73 Ferrari. See, they're fairly close, within about a second of each other. So number 91's got some work to do to catch up now and try making some more moves. Number 8, Luca Rosmarino, I do apologise. Again, butchering names is what we do here. He is chasing down the number 11 Track VR Racing Corvette. So they're about a second between each other there, as you can see on the screen. So that battle is developing as well. Things have seemed to calm down ever so slightly, which is fantastic. And just as we do, it's a perfect opportunity to bring in one of the drivers, Arcadius Strieber, from the number 29 Pennycook Gaming BMW. So let's move him into this room. Arcadius, thanks you for
race control. Penalty for car 77 making contact with LMP2.
Yeah, hello.
Hi there. So yeah, the 29 Pennycook Gaming, you're currently doing pretty well, just outside the fringe of the top 10 in class. How's the race gone for you so far?
Yeah, qualifying was completely disaster for me. I haven't done a clean lap. I was P15. Yeah, but the first lap was very, very intense. I was staying out of the trouble, and I think I managed to climb to P10 or something like that. And then I was stuck behind some cars. I realized that it's very, very hard to overtake, and you have to take a lot of risk to get by. So I just thought that I will save some fuel and bring car safely after the first stint. And yeah, I think that worked. I was P7 when I was pitting. Yeah, now Perseus is doing his best. He is very new to GT cars, so he's still learning, but he's doing great at the moment. Yeah, and we are hoping for top 10 result today. We'll see how it goes.
Fantastic. So first time we've come to Catalunya in WSCC. How are you finding the experience? I know it's quite difficult to overtake around this track anyway, but is it made even that more difficult having the LMP2 cars around you as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's not that bad as I thought it will be, but it was hard for me to switch from F1 games because I drive Barcelona in F1 games only, so it was hard to switch for GTs here. But I would say that LMP2s are not too bad today, for me at least. I saw that for other drivers they're a little bit more aggressive, but I didn't experience some troubles with them, hopefully, today.
Good to hear. So are you going to be back in the car at any point, or is Perseus going to be taking the car to the end?
Yes, I will be back for the last hour, and I will be pushing as hard as I can.
Fantastic. We'll keep an eye on that when you get back in the car. But best of luck for the rest of the race, and yeah, we'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Right, so that was Arcadius Treba from the number 29 Panicky Gaming entry. They are being, they are chasing down the number 12 at the moment. It's still about 20 seconds or so off there. Battle's developing once again. The two Ferraris are having a battle here. Number 91 is chasing down the number 73 once again, going into the third sector here, and very sideways there. So the tyres might start to be going off on that Scuderia Bolsonaro Ferrari, because we are getting towards the pit window. Further battle developing as well. Luca Rosmarino is close behind Andrew Parkinson. So this is coming down into turn 1 now. Not quite close enough to make a move so far, but he will be setting the move up to possibly go around into the hairpin of turn 4 or through turn 5. Some minor damage on the front of that Corvette, same as on the number 11 as well. Something to keep an eye on, but I'm sure it's not affecting the car in any conceivable way. Further down the order, this is at the kind of the very back of the field. We've got Sander Palu in the Ultimate Motorsports number 80 car, the shattered windscreen car, chasing down the number 99 of Ultimate Motorsport, driven by Christian Lewis. There's about 1.7 to 2 seconds between these two. So keep an eye on that battle as it develops as well. Battle between the two Corvettes is hot and up. Oh, the number 8, goes down the inside. He's gone to the outside now, but he's managed to keep that position. So we just about caught that overtake on camera there. Fantastic move from the number 8, very late on the brakes to get himself around the number 11. That puts him up into 14th position, and that's his 4th in GT3. So fantastic effort from number 8 to get around number 11 there. Back to the battle down here. The number 91 has actually got past the number 73, so we did miss that while we were looking at other drivers. So that is number 91 now up into 18th position, which is just good to see for them. So we've got Mark Veit, number 66. They've fallen down the order somewhat here. They were on the fringes of podium and fighting alongside the number 79, but they have dropped back a bit now, possibly due to having to cool the engine down as it was running very hot earlier on in the race. But they are now down in 6th position, about 4 seconds behind number 33, Tony Jansen, in the Fair Racing Team LMP2. So unfortunate for them, they're not quite on the pace of the sister car, about a second a lap slower than the lead car at the moment, which is not great, but they've still got plenty of time, just over an hour left to try and claw back some positions. Luigi Russo here, it's in the number 26 motor off Sim Racing BMW. He's chasing down Andrew Parkinson in the number 11 after his battle with the number 8 earlier. So Minato Boffa sandwich now is the number 11 car. You can see those cars coming through the final sector now. That's your leader coming through as well. So here's Mantis Rikas here, trying to get around the Royal Blue LMP2 car. That's not for position, that is Is the number 1 lapping there. So, very squirrely on the throttle there coming through turn 2. But they managed to get through there absolutely fine. See, it's starting to get a little bit low in the sky. We should not have any nighttime running today. Only about an hour and 10 minutes left of the race. But it will make it quite difficult to see your braking zones as the sun gets a little bit lower and the sun starts getting in your eyes. Mark Fight has closed the gap ever so slightly to Tony Jansen. To about 2 seconds, as you can see on your screen there. So this battle is developing. Luigi Russo is right on the back of Andrew Parkinson here. So we'll have a look at this battle here, and we will ride on board with Luigi Russo. You can see he's right on there having a good look at the Track VR stickers on the Corvette there. Coming through the final corner, a little bit dirty air, possibly slowing down the 26 somewhat. Having to put your big hole in the air is that BMW. It's a little bit bigger than the Corvette, as you can see. Using the slipstream to its advantage though, braking into the first corner, closing but unable to get alongside. Following through nicely through the first couple of corners. Has to back out once again as it hits the apex of turn 3 and is continuing to drop back. That's about half a second go, breaking into the 4th corner. He's going to have a better exit. It looks like it's about even, really. These are continuing their fight. Another fight as well. Number 19, Patrick Baccarati, is recovering from his earlier incident and is fighting with number 12 of Tracks VR Racing Ferrari. So 2 Track VR cars having a battle on track at the moment, one attacking, one defending. So keep an eye on this battle here between these 2 drivers. Keep an eye on this battle as well as the BMW goes to make a move on the Tracks VR car. Goes wide though, he's going to go off track and he's going to let the Corvette back through. So it was a good attempt but couldn't quite get that BMW stopped in time. Luca Rosmarino has had a penalty. I'm sure we'll hear about that from race control in a second. I believe that is for track limits. That'll be a drive through. So battle continuing here, the BMW's closing in once again. Dives to the inside, can he get the car stopped this time? He can, but the number 11 does it better, he's gone wide. Number 11 off the track.
This is race control, this is a drive-through penalty for car number 8, abusing track limits at turn 1.
So yeah, car number 8 having to serve a drive-through penalty. Within that though, the number 11 went wide, had to defend once again. The BMW goes on the inside through the hairpin. I think he can get that one stuck this time. Fantastic move from Luigi Russo there. It's not over yet though. The number 11 is fighting back. They do have the LMB2 to contend with as well. That's going to go around them, no problem. That's the 79 LMP2 is currently sat in 3rd position. Gap is increasing at the front of the field as well. Roman Jakubovic, number 6, is about 5.5 seconds clear of his competitor Mantis Rikas. So that battle that gap continues to widen. This battle continues to rage on. The number 11 goes down the inside. 26 once again has to go on the anti-cut. And still side by side, there's contact. Oh, big hit there on the front right panel from the Corvette. I think the 26 could have possibly backed out from that one there, but oh, as he goes sideways, going through the final couple of corners, Hopefully that's not too much damage for the number 11. They can continue on, but I'm pretty sure that will be reviewed by race control. Still the closest battle we do have, so we'll keep an eye on this one still. It's only about a second between the two. Number 11 has some work to do to catch back up. I'm sure he'll be racing on rage now as he was punted out of the way to get overtaken, but from his point of view anyway. Look once again at your GT3 leader, number 98, Gregor Bula. I don't know why it's showing that gap between the two, but yeah, 11th position overall, first place in GT3, doing a fantastic job. Once again, Nick Newcomb with a penalty now. Wonder what that.
This is race control. Car 26 must concede back to the car 11, otherwise face a penalty in the next lap.
There we go. So that was the 26th. Russo has to give the position back to the Corvette. He's doing that right now. So fantastic to see him do that so quickly. And the battle's back on once again. So race control is given the chance for these two to continue their battle. I feel like that was the correct call. I don't think he really intended to punt him out of the way, but yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of overtakes. And he should have the opportunity to do it again. And he's absolutely going to, as we see him go right onto the back end of that Corvette coming through the final corner. Deep in the slipstream now, number 77 is just ahead as well, but that's not for position. Number 77, I think, is a lap down on these two cars. Heavy braking into the first corner once again. Number 26 is going to go around the inside. Can he get that one to stick once again? He can. So there we go. That is how you do it without contact for the 26. He is back up into 14th position, 4th in class. Number 11, though, he's not quite finished, I don't think. He's got a little bit more to give. Keep an eye on this. So number 77, Bentley, he's quite far down the order. He's in 24th position, so he will have to concede the place to these two cars. Oh, he's holding the BMW up a little bit coming through the fast right-hander. That's going to give the 11 the opportunity to get back onto his tail. Unable to quite make enough of the opportunity there was the 11. So once again, this battle is just a little bit. It's just been put on the sidelines for the time being. Okay, so what we'll do is we will take another quick commercial break, and we'll come back in a few minutes for the final. I'll just get through this corner first just to make sure, but it looks like there's not going to be a move for position. So yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes for the final hour of the 3 hours of Catalunya in the World Sports Car Challenge. So do join us shortly. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final hour of the 3 hours of Catalunya in the World Sports Car Challenge round 3. So during the break we had the next round of pit stops start for the LMP2. So we have Moussa Ben Ammar in the number 6 car, taking the car to the end, I'm assuming, and he has just about come out ahead of Matthew Beavis in the number 1 car. So Matthew Beavis not gone out of the car yet, so there's still one pit stop left to go, and he will have to concede the seat to his team. Oh no, he has. Sorry, Matthew Beavis has just got in the car, hasn't he? I think. So there'll be one more pit stop for the LMP2s. GT3s are starting to have their final pit stops as well. Here's a battle developing here. Number 8 car has just lost position to number 73, and number 77 is just ahead of that as well. So I'm not sure what's happened to number 8 there. He seems to be losing a bit of time. Vita Boffa probably has a problem, because that car does not look very quick at all at the moment. I'll keep an eye on that, because he is losing time hand over fist to the next car, so he might possibly have an issue that needs to be dealt with. On this number 77 is under pressure from the number 73, so it's Bentley versus Ferrari in the second sector of the circuit, and not able to make any moves at the moment. Keep an eye on this though. But yeah, the pit stops for the GT3s, the final pit stop window is definitely open. So we'll be seeing pit stops come thick and fast towards the end of the race. Now here comes the 73 down the inside of the 77. Can he make that one stick? He's right on the apex curve. The 77 goes very wide. Not sure if he was spooked there by the 73, but he was just not able to carry any of the, well, get the car stopped really. So that is a very interesting way to lose position. So further upfield, Tony Janssen is starting to close in on number 15 of Tony Lauer. This is for 6th position. Not sure if the number 15 has pitted yet, but we shall see. Mark Veit is, I think he has pitted. I'm not 100% sure. It's very difficult to keep an eye on all this when it's just myself. Yellow flag popped up there. Not sure where it was, but I think it seems to have cleared itself. In sector 3, there's a yellow flag, so that should be no problem. Not for long, Christian. The stream music will stop shortly. It's just a little bit of background music while we kind of bring all the action back. In fact, I can bring that to a close now. Let's have a look, see if we can find any action developing. Roger Decline is closing in on the number 3. Number 5, Ferrari getting out of the way. Right there, they're about down in 27th position, AC Motorsport. So number 91 is right on board with 91 as he chases down Kashif Iftikhar in the number 3 rookie monster Ferrari. Getting very close to the final chicane. You can see the bodywork damage on both of the cars from the various escapades in this race. Deep in the slipstream now is number 91. Is he going to be able to close in to make a move? He's getting closer and closer. He starts to drift towards the inside. Let's see what he can do. He's going to outbrake the number 3 Ferrari, and is able to just go around like nothing was really there. I'm not sure. Not sure why that was so easy, but that was number 91 into 15th position overall, which is 5th position on track. So fantastic result for them so far. Tony Janssen is close to the back of the number 15. He's gained a few more tenths. Well, the car stopped the inside of the entry of turn 1 there. I believe, is that the number 8 car? It is. So what's happened to them? There's a car that's stopped on the pit exit. I don't think they've got any drive or anything, so I'm not sure what's happened there. And there he goes, out of the race. So that is very unfortunate. Not entirely sure what happened there. But yeah, that is unfortunate. The number 8 is out of the race. We're doing fairly well up until that point. Number 26, the sister car, is fighting with the number 12. This is a very close battle that's come out of nowhere. This is for... I think that's... I can't remember exactly the position, but down the inside goes number 8. This is the 8th position on in GT3. And that is number 26 ahead. That was a very robust manoeuvre once again. They've got some history of the... Motorsport cars and the Trax VR cars, so very interesting. 5th position is being fought over now in LMP2. This is number 2 car, Rookie Monster, chasing down number 66 Black Hawk racing car. Going to be closer to make a move into turn 1. He's going to look towards the inside, but only a peek, just to show the nose. And through the first 3 corners they go. So have to back off a little bit. Has number 2, Dirty F.
This is race control. 10 seconds stop and go for car number 12 making contact with the 19.
Car number 12 has a penalty. That's Rick Hopper, who's in the he's in the 12 Tracks VR Racing Ferrari. So I'm not sure what happened there. Car number 19 he had contact with. So I'm not sure when that was, but that is very strange to see. Go back to this battle though at the top of the field. This is Walter De Bruyne. I do apologise if I've butchered your name. I am no good at this, it seems, but he's chasing down the number 66 once again. Funnily enough, Matt actually is doing this while suffering from COVID, so he is a true champion to continue doing this despite his illness. So send all your love to Matt and his girlfriend. There he is, Daddy Rona. So back to the action in the race. The number 2 car still trying to chase down the number 66. Has to deal with some GT3 traffic from the number 5 and the number 26. Number 3 car is getting out of the way as well. The other Rookie Master Ferrari closing this battle up nicely for us, so thank you for that. As the cars stream down Sector 2 now. Ooh, a little bit squirrely there was number 66. This is the 4th position on track. Number 2's going to close up once again in the braking in the slipstream and in the braking zone. Not able to make any moves yet though. Number 91 Ferrari is ahead and ready to, well, hopefully ready to get out of the way. Very difficult to make the move around this section of the circuit though. 66 is going to take a very big dive coming into the chicane. Number 2's going to have to wait patiently behind through here. And then take the inside line through the final corner. And you can see how much time just a little bit of traffic can lose you. That is 7/10 of a second he lost just doing that one sector to number 66. So for now, this battle has been put on hold. So we've got the number 89 currently in the pits to do their start. Ben Hitz is getting in the car for what I'm assuming would be the remainder of the race. We've got also the number 80 of Sander Palu in the pit as well. Don't really see much of them this race. They've been down towards the bottom of the field, but they aren't doing too badly. So the gap at the front of the field. So here's the number 1 car, still in second, about 2 seconds to the number 6 car in the lead. So this entire race, these 2 cars have been very close together. Yellow flag in sector 2, so looks like there might be a car off somewhere around here. Looks like they've recorded all okay. I say that, and there's that's who was that round? I couldn't see who that was that has had the spin, but they are back underway as far as I can see there. But that's 111 there chasing which is behind number 5. That's not for position. That's the other Minato Boxing Racing BMW, and the Ferrari of the number 5 AC Sim Motorsport. So these two not battling for position, but it looks like the number 29, number 111, sorry, is having a couple of issues getting around that car. Penalty there for Felice Vicari. Not entirely sure what that will be.
This is race control. Stop and go penalty for car 111 making contact under blue flag conditions.
And there we go, contact under blue flag conditions. So that was the one car we were just looking at. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, unfortunately, that is penalty for number 111. You've got to be very careful when it comes to overtaking. So this battle, once again, is for 4th position in LMP2. Number 66 is still ahead of the number 2. So right on board with number 2 for a couple of laps. We'll see exactly what it's like to chase down an LMP2 this close. You can see the sun starting to set now. We won't have any nighttime racing, but it will get slightly dark in the last 45 minutes of the race. These cars will need one more pit stop before the end of the race for fuel. In LMP2 anyway, the GT3 should be able to get to the end of the race now. The slipstream now is number 2. Can he close in? He's slowly closing, but it's not nearly enough. Is he any better on the brakes? Looks like he might be able to gain a little bit of time back under brakes, but yeah, the corner exit, he has lost a lot of time there. It's up to 0.7 of a second is that gap now. Number 11 Corvette ahead is about to be lapped by these 2 cars. So if any further battles further down the field, we've got Arcades Tribute and 29, who we spoke to earlier. He's back on track now, chasing down number 12 Ferrari. He's about half a second behind him. As the Ferrari goes wide, that BMW is going to go right along the inside. He has to cut the curb a little bit to avoid the Ferrari. That might count towards cut track, so he's got to be careful about those. But this battle rages on for the time being. About 0.3 of a second now is the gap between these 2 cars. Rick Hooper in number 12, defending valiantly right now. Very close to one another through the final corner. The slipstream is going to help the BMW down straight here, using all the German power of that M6. GT3 car, can he make a move? He's going to pull to the inside now. Very kind of wide line for the 12. Also, kind of basically just made that happen very easily for the 29. Possibly knows that the number 29 car is a lot quicker at this stage and just doesn't want to get into a fight that will cost more time than it really should. Because we have 11 seconds to the next car, which is number 88 car. So they'll both want to basically use each other to get as close to the back of that car as possible. Which is probably what I would be thinking anyway. If I knew a faster car was coming behind me, then I would definitely not make it any more difficult than it was, especially if there's still 40 minutes of the race to go, and you have the opportunity to gain at least one more position. Battle here for 15th on track. These two Ferraris going at it once again. This is for the number 91, number 73. They've been having a good old battle for the entirety of the race. And this is for 5th position in GT3. So top 5 is up for grabs here. So number 79 has to come through first. And now the 73 is right on the back of the 91. He's going to try and make the move. He's already towards the outside. Not the best place you want to be to overtake through here, but he's going to try his best to hang it around the outside. He's going to be able to hold on the exit. Not quite. He gets on the low grip curbs. Has to back out for this time, but he is still right on the back of the number 91 and is ready to strike. Driver still fighting it out towards the inside of the track already. The 91, he's very clearly going defensive. He's going to pop back towards the outside. No, he's going to stick on that defensive line. And here comes 73 running outside. He's able just to sweep it round there. Cut back possibly from the 91. I don't think he's be close enough though. He can jump straight back into the slipstream though and possibly challenge into the hairpin. Coming up in a second. Here we go, moves towards the inside. He's not going to be close enough to make the move this time around though. Fantastic move from the 73. He made the number 91 go super defensive and it just compromised his line into turn 1. The 73 could just sweep around the outside and take that position. Not over yet though. 91 still has a good opportunity to come back and retake the position, but it's 5th position in GT3 for the number 73 of Team Rookie Monsters so far. Gap at the front of the field has come right down in the past couple of laps. It's now only 1.4 seconds. So Matt Beavis is chasing Mossad Ben Amar, getting towards crunch time in this race now. You can see the gap ahead of you there. The Paniki Game BMW is just blocking the view of the number 6 as it comes into the turn 1. Sun starting to set now, as is the case of most of the races here. Yellow flag in sector 3 quickly, and that seems to have easily cleared itself up. But 1.7 seconds is the gap between these two cars now, so we will keep a look at that. Battle developing for 5th position. Tony Jansen is now chasing down the number 2 car of Team Rookie Monsters. So Fair Racing Team, they are normally quite far up the field, battling for podiums and wins, but they've just not had the season this time so far. So it'd be nice to see them improve where they can. Top 5 would definitely help bolster the spirits though. Braking into the left-hander. Not quite able to make that stick so far. Some GT3 traffic ahead that needs to be dealt with. Sabakishin, number 66, is only just ahead of this battle as well. Oh, and the Porsche there. I think that's number 18 Porsche is really in the way of these two. Has every right to be there, obviously, but this is not what the number 2 wants. Squeezing down the inside of the Porsche there. He wants that space, and he is taking it. Here's Outer. Streaming down now towards turn 1. The gap's up to about 1.4 seconds now, so battlers abated slightly. The battle is not abating between these two though. Within a second now is Matthew Beavis of the leader in the very nicely painted Rookie Monster LMP2. Go through turn 3 now. He's dropped back a little bit just because of the dirty air through there, but you can see he's gaining time in the slipstream, breaking into the hairpin turn 4, going towards turn 5. Let's see who can capitalise on this most. These two have been going at it for the entirety of the race. It's been fantastic to watch, and God knows who's going to be taking the win. Both teams have seemed dominant at different stages of this race, so it just all depends on who's going to be dominant when it comes across the line. There's a car around again. It was a Corvette. I'm not entirely sure which Corvette that was, but looks like they had a spin coming into mid part of the track. It looks like they're underway with no problems now. Need to continue into fight as a battle for 23rd as well overall. Number 5 for Pavlo Ivanichenko, and the number 77 of Thibaut Lenertz in the Houdin Racing Bentley. Those two are fighting out as well. We'll keep an eye on the battle for the lead though as they come into the final corner now. It's down to half a second. It was a lot less than that coming into there, but you can see the number 6 going to the inside immediately. Wants to try and break the slipstream as much as he can. Going back towards the racing line now, breaking into turn 1. Number 1 did close up during the entry there. Looks like number 6 is just able to hold their own through the first and second sectors. The lap times are very close between these two. There's only about 3/10 in it, which at this stage of the race is absolutely brilliant to see. Still half a second between these two. Number 87 Ferrari ahead is the next car to get involved in this scrap. Looks like the Ferrari went a little bit wide there, coming up the hill. And he's slotted himself right in between the two cars. That will not help the number 1 at all. He's lost a few tenths to the number 6, but he is continuing on. No harm done in the grand scheme of things. 35 minutes of the race remaining. I quickly refreshed the overlay just to make sure we've got the correct time. Up here's yellow flag in sector 1. So keep an eye on that. Yep, 35 minutes still remaining of the race. We'll probably see pit stops, the final pit stops for the LMP2s come in the next few minutes. Yeah, looks like still in sector 1. Not entirely sure what is causing that. It's disappeared now though. Oh, the number 1 looks to the inside. Not able to make that move though. Just showing the nose to the number 6 means it just to tell most out there, I mean business. Entry to turn 4 now. Yellow flag in sector 2 now. Looks like someone's having some issues, it seems. Gap back up to 5/10 of a second, or half a second. "34 minutes of the race to go now. Yellow flag again in sector 1. The fatigue will start to be setting in for the drivers now after 3 hours of racing. Can be very tough. So mistakes do start to creep in, especially as the light falls and your braking distances, your braking points start to become a little bit obscured by the setting sun. 34 minutes to go, and this fight is still well and truly on. Keep an eye on this while I see if there's any further battles. This battle for... and there was a Corvette just coming up the inopportune time there, it seemed. That was the number 99, I believe. Coming into some form of grief into the chicane. As here we go, the number 1 is really closing in now. Less than 1/10 of a second as they come into the braking zone. The number 6 has got the inside line. Can the number 1 swing it around the outside? Not quite. They go side by side contact between the two cars. They're still side by side coming through the first set complex of corners. Number 6 somehow comes out of that one ahead. It's not over though. The number 1 car is still right on the back as they come across the other battle we have on track at the moment between number 5 and number 77. Number 77 has to back out of that one to let the 2 lead cars through. Number 5 as well goes wide to avoid. Braking once again into turn 6, and number 1 car still in 3/10 of a second. Just can't quite seem to make the move so far. It's fantastic defence from number 6 to keep that position. Number 98, a leading car in GT3, is the next. Oh, it's very close there. Can number 1 get it stopped? He's going to make contact with the 26, and he spins and makes contact with number 6 as well. I was very lucky in the grand scheme of things, but that was slightly misjudged by number 1 there. They got onto the grass, locked the brakes, and just tapped the number 26. Luckily, the number 6 was there to put them right again, so they can continue their battle, albeit with slight damage. Number 26 is now right in between the two. I'm pretty sure Matthew Beavis will be sick of the sight of that number 26 BMW. You want to get back on with the race now. The gap's gone back up to a second. So the battle for the lead somewhat
This is race control. Don't forget your lights. We won't go into the night, but don't forget your lights.
There we go. Just confirmation from the race director that you should probably turn your headlights on in case you don't want to get disqualified. But yeah, the battle has been put on hold once again. We'll have a look there. Battle for 4th position. So the other half of this battle, effectively, between Blackhawk and Rookie Monster, is the same very sideways number 2. Well held from Valter there, but he is now under pressure from number 33. So he's gone from attacking to defending quite ferociously here. What can the 33 do in this situation? He's got right in the side of the slipstream. Going to try and look down the inside. Unable to make that at the moment, but the 2 goes wide and make contact. Both of them go wide. And that is what's happened to the number 2. I think the number 2 has possibly had a spin, yes. So that's unfortunate for them. I wonder what caused that spin. I don't think the contact was that bad. But yeah, maybe a heavy right foot there from number 2, and that has put them right down to 6th position. They've lost about 12 seconds to number 33 there. So yeah, very interesting and strange incident. A lot of drivers playing ping pong with each other at the moment. So closest battle we have on track is still for the lead of the race. 1.2 seconds is the gap between the 2 drivers. So Matthew Beavis is looking to jump back onto the back of the number 6 Blackhawk car as quick as he can. Running out of time to do it. There's only 30 minutes of the race left to go. So we'll see, possibly in the next 5 or 10 minutes, the pit stops, final pit stops for LMP2. And it'll be a straight sprint to the end of the race. So everyone needs to hit all of their marks now. Have a look further down, see if there's any more battles developing. No, everyone seems to be pretty spread out at the moment. A few seconds here and there. But yeah, closest battle is this one for the lead. Come through the final sector. Let's have a look at the last lap times between the drivers we have at the moment. So last lap time was 1 minute 34.455 for the number 6. It was a tenth slower from the number 1. So we'll see how that compares this time as they come over the start-finish line. We'll see, it was actually faster, slightly faster from Matthew Beavis there. 1 minute 35.015 compared to 1 minute 34.970, so it's very, very close. Matthew Beavis still holds the fastest lap of the race by a good half a second nearly. So the number 1 car has the pace. It's whether he can make the move stick. We'll have to wait and see. Some traffic ahead to deal with. Amongst all this, Luna Racing is continuing their dominant performance. They're a good 20 seconds to the next competitive car, which is the number 7 of Daniel Ersling. So the number 87 done a fantastic job to maintain that position for the entirety of the race. They've been super consistent all afternoon, so good result for them if they can make that stick. Battle leads really hotting up once again. Matthew Beavis closing in on number 6. Within half a second now. Once again, we've seen this move before, haven't we? Going down the inside of the circuit, the number 6 wants to make wants to give as little slipstream as possible to the number 1. Not able to make any headway is Matthew Beavis this time. He's going around turn 3 now. Head on to turn 4. Can he make any form moves? He dropped back a couple of tenths after that. Very difficult to follow a car on this circuit when it's all down to how much downforce you can create. Any disruption in that airflow can really have a major effect on you. We see that all the time in Formula 1 especially. Not as pronounced in LMP2, but it still does take an effect. Yellow flag in Sector 3. Looks like we've had another little spin up there. Hopefully that's not going to cause too many issues. As number 6 gets stuck right behind a Ferrari. The Traffic Ferrari, oh, there's a bit of a miscommunication between two. And that's just let the number 1 car just go straight through. It's like, yep, thank you very much. That is now my lead position. So, all change once again. Now number 1 just has to run away. Number 11 Tracks VR Corvette now gets in between these two cars. Number 1's managed to deal with it. Number 6 is just about dealing with it now. Final ball with the number 6. You can see the gap in all its glory now. It's about a second between the two cars. It's fantastic racing between the two, even this far into the race. You can see our social media up on there, so if you want to tweet us, use the following hashtags and like our page on Facebook as well. It's the same thing. I think it's CF_endurance is our Twitter handle, so go follow us. We post sometimes, so have a peruse on there. If you're enjoying the stream as well, please leave a like, as it helps with our exposure. It gets the league exposed, it gets your drivers and teams exposed as well. So please do like the stream, consider subscribing as well, and click on the notification icon to keep up to date on all of the live streams and videos we post. If you're not part of the league as well, you can have a look on our website, see if there's anything you want to get involved in. We've got this series running, and in the new year we'll be doing a 30-minute sprint races in Assetto Corsa Competizione in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. So that'll be our first series in ACC. Coming in the new year. So have a look on our website and all the details, how to sign up, and also join our Discord as well. We post a lot of information there. Yeah, join us on there. Everyone will be very happy to have you along, as we have the number 26 Panica Gaming BMW showing the big behind there to the number 6 as number 6 goes around the outside. So the gap's opened up a little bit between these two. So for now, the number 1 has retaken the lead. Oh, that's a lot of traffic to be dealing with. I'm pretty sure the number 1 didn't want to see that. This battle has reignited itself. Number 77 is now chasing the number 5 again. So Pavlo Ivanichenko is defending from the big British boat of number 77, Houdini Racing. These two have been going at it for the best part of 20 minutes to half an hour, I'd say. No end in sight to this battle, it would seem, but the 77 definitely does seem to have the pace to challenge number 5, just a case of getting past. So another battle a little bit further up as well. This is the 26. Ooh, that was a bit strange. 26 battling with the number 3. Slight contact between the two cars. All the GT3 seem to be very battle scarred at the end of this. So there's this battle as continuing as well, and there's a battle just behind us. Number 76 is chasing down, being chased down by the number 80. So this is for 25th position overall. So even up and down the field, there's all sorts of battles. It helps at every stage. You can see number 80 shattered windscreen racing team actually having the shattered windscreen effect on their car, which is fantastic. Fantastic attention to detail and a good addition to the livery. Number 77 still chasing down number 5. We'll keep an eye on these 3 battles as best I can. Yellow flag in sector 1. We see some of the LMP2s come into the pits for their final stop. So no action yet for 13th position in GT3. This battle for 7th position still raging on. Number 26 still can't quite get around the number 3. Martin Maggie as well, number 80, getting very close to the Beneath Gaming number 76. No. The gap starting to widen slightly between these two cars as a lot of GT and LMP2 traffic mingling together. And whoa, that's the big contact there. Who was that going around? I think that was maybe the 89, I think, making contact. I think they were a little bit put off by the Corvette slowing down. They misjudged the braking zone and made heavy contact with the Corvette. I think the car we were following just now. My short-term memory is atrocious. He comes into the pit lane, so hopefully not too much damage for the number 89, or hopefully that is just a scheduled stop. 77 continuing to chase down the number 5. They've not managed to find a way around at the moment. Show you can see the time, like the difference in the speed, the overall speeds of the two classes. 11 laps to the leader, which is the number 1 Team Lucky Monster car. The battle continuing now. The Bentley looking to make a move down the inside. It's a very late lunge, but he can't quite get it there in time. I think he did back out that one ever so slightly. He didn't want to cause any unnecessary contact, which is very good. Clean racing from Thibault there. So he's going to continue, try and make another move, possibly down into the first corner now. There's not really an opportunity to overtake into this next section. Very close to contact there. Be careful, Thibault. I'm just singing your praises. You don't need to come out and start punting people now. Martin Maggie is closing in once again to the 76. So Porsche versus BMW as the number 33 navigates this battle as well. And a lot of anti-cut curb taken there by the BMW. We want to be very careful to damage the car by doing that. So Matthew Beavis has come into the pits. He's leaving the pits now, so that'll be him good to the end of the race. So with 20 minutes, under 20 minutes to go, that is his last pit stop of the race done, and he is out ahead of the number 33, number 66. So Mossad Benamar in number 6 is yet to make a pit stop as he's come across this battle between 77 and the 5. He has dealt with that accordingly. Let's follow Mossad for a couple of laps here. We'll see if he comes into the pits, and when he does, where he drops out of. This will be very close towards the end of the race. Number 6 has got it all to do to extend the gap as much as they can. And Matthew Beaver's just got to assuming on fresh tyres. See if he did actually change his tyres. I'll have a quick look here. He did change his tyres. So he's on fresh tyres, and he'll be able to make up some time with Matthew Beavers. He will have some traffic to contend with. So it's all down to the number 1 to try and extend that gap. He's got a lot of space in, right now, so it's in a good position. Decided not to pit this lap. The gap is 18 seconds between him and Matthew Beavis. So whether that be enough for a quick pit stop, I'm not sure if number 6 will need to change tyres or not. We'll wait and see. The damage showing on number 6 there. Sky looking very orange now as the sun starts to set. Won't have any night time running. It's pretty much as dark as it'll get now. But 16 minutes of the race to go, and it's all to play for at the moment. All comes down to who can make the most of these pit stops. The number 6 can have the advantage towards the end of the race with fresher tyres, if they do indeed change tyres. But it all comes down to whether the number 1 can get out ahead. Is 6 coming in? Yes, he's coming into the pits now. Where's the number 1 on circuit? He is coming through the 3rd sector. So it's be very tight between the two. Blackhawk in the pits. Want to have a look at their pit stop. They are in the box. Are they going to change tyres? I'm not sure. I don't think the car's gone up on stilts, so we'll wait and see. Here's Matthew Beavis. He's coming through the final set of corners now. I think he might just get out ahead, you know. Number 6 is on the move. Oh, that's a very wayward fair racing MP2 coming out there. And here we go. That's very close towards into the first corner. Who's going to get through in first place? It's going to be the number 1, just. Number 6 didn't quite have the temperature in the tyres, but he is fighting for position now. And this is all. This is going to go to the very end. So number 6 has the advantage of the. I don't think they actually did change tyres, so. Let's have a look here. I think they actually did. So they did change tyres, so they will have the advantage of fresh tyres over the number 1. But the number 1's going to have a lighter car. It's burnt off that little bit extra fuel. So we shall wait and see who can actually pull this off. We'll stick with this battle for the time being. Charlie Rigo currently in first position, but he's yet to pit, so we can expect to see him in the pits within the next lap or so. 14 and a half minutes to the race to go. This is all to play for between the top 2 cars. Less than a second between the 2. Coming through the 3rd sector. Ooh, it's a little bit wide from both of them there. There's no threat from behind either for Mossad Benamar. Number 33 is a lap down on the other 2. The Simcoe Porsche there looking to cause some issues for the Blackhawk. Stay nice and calm through the final chicane. Race director did advise them not to do any lapping through there as it is very tight. Number 33 looking to unlap themselves here from the Blackhawk car. Deciding not to. Quickly refresh the overlay so we know we've got the exact amount of time left. Definitely 13 minutes to go. Number 77 is the next target for number 6. It's losing time all the time here. It's down to up to 3 seconds. The 33 really wants to get around the number 6 here. Yeah, flying in sector 1. That's quick. That's I'm not entirely sure who's causing that. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. Seems to have cleared itself now. We've had no code 80 so far in this race. Now I've said that, we'll probably get one. However, might be this is driven away from the number 6 here. Number 6 has just got caught up in the traffic, it seems. It's been very unfortunate. But he's got some clearance now. 3.2 seconds is the gap, and there's 12 minutes of the race to go. It could still happen, but the number 6 has really got to put his foot down and show everyone just how quickly they can go. Matthew Beavis has just got to stay, just got to do what he's doing right now, and he's controlling the pace at the moment. So, shall wait and see. Charlie Rigo is yet to pit. We'll see if he comes round to pit this time. Yeah, I'm yet to see him pit, so unless he actually has, and I've missed it, but I don't believe so. Back on board with number 6, Blackhawk Racing, Mosa Benamar, doing his best to drag that car ever so closer. He's gained a couple of tenths on Matthew Beavis. Definitely a couple of tenths. There's some traffic ahead to deal with though. It's LMP2 and GT3 traffic. That's the GT3 leader there, who has had nothing but an easy ride ever since they got into the lead. They've got a good 25-second gap to number 87, so they are doing extremely well in that BMW. As always, a dominant performance so far. Gap's gone back up to 3 seconds between the two cars. So the traffic really not helping the number 6 here. Charlie Rigo still yet to come into the pits. So he's taking it as far as he possibly can here. He might just be trying for a quick splash and dash to get him to the end, and that would be an absolute masterstroke of strategy if he can do that. Keep an eye out for what could be the masterstroke strategy of the day. If the 7.9 can pull that off, they've got 20 seconds to Matthew Beavis, so if they can get away with lasting the last 10 minutes on those tyres, they really could pull this off here. Keep an eye on them. The gap's up to 3 seconds now between number 1 and number 6. What's Charlie Rigo going to do here? He's coming up to the final section of corners, so we'll see if he pits with 10 minutes of the race remaining. Here he comes into the pit lane, so 20-second gap between him and Team Rookie Monsters. That's coming down significantly. I doubt he's going to be able to pull this off. 10 seconds is the gap. Here comes Matthew Beavis down the start finish right now. He's not going to be able to do it. He's not going to be able to get out in time. So Matthew Beavis will retake the race lead with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And it's all down to number 6 to close up. But the gap is down to, it's now up to 4.7 seconds. So either some traffic has really hampered the number 6's progress here, or there's been a small mistake. But that last lap was nearly 2 seconds slower than the number 1 car. So number 1 is in control at the moment and just needs to bring it home. If there's any further battles going on track. Battle for second position in GT3 starting to hot up. 2 seconds between the number 87 and number 18 you see on our screen already. There they are. So in the late stages of the race, number 18 has really closed up on number 87, who has been sitting in that position for the entirety of the race. Battle between 29 and number 88. Coming into the first corner now, 29 is going to try and go around the inside, not able to make that stick. But the light is starting to fade here with 7 minutes to go. This is for 10th position. We heard from Arcadius earlier that this was, he wanted a top 10 finish. This is his opportunity to do it. He's been pushing like mad to get that car into that position. So we'll follow that, follow this battle for the time being. This is the closest one we do have on circuit at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on this one. Obviously make sure we don't miss the end of the race. 5.2 seconds now. The number one has just gone away with it. Absolutely just sent it away. 5.2 seconds. It's fantastic. On-off racing. Oh, that's a mistake from the 88, and that is number 29 into 10th position. So it's exactly where they wanted to be. They just need to run away now and keep that position from the 88. The 88 is going to have some slipstream, so keep an eye on this now. Can the 88 respond? They want to make up for the mistake they just made. Not able to make the moves right now. And the gap is starting to widen ever so slightly between these two now. The 29 starts to drive off into the sunset. Number 88 chases them down. Yellow flag in sector 3. I'm not sure what was causing that one. It seems to have cleared itself, so no issues there. 6 minutes of the race to go. We'll go back to our leader Matthew Beavis now, extending the gap up to 5.8 seconds. So once again, he is really putting the hammer down. Gap between second and third is 4 seconds, so it is a possibility. I mean, it's getting a bit tight now, but the number 79 is set for a fairly decent podium here. I don't think they'll be able to close in enough time to challenge 4 seconds, for second place. Because with 5 minutes to go and only 3.8 seconds behind, it'd be tight if they could really push, but the lap times do not agree with that at the moment. That's about second place in GT3. 1.2 seconds is the gap between these two, so that's not really gone anywhere since we last looked at it. 5 minutes of the race to go. There's still plenty of time for the number 18 to really push. That'll be a very good podium for what's been a quite a difficult race for the team, especially for the number 19. Number 88 is still just about on the back of the 29, but the gap is up to about a second now. So that battle is pretty much done just for the time being. 8/10 of a second now is this gap, up to 9/10 of a second. The light's starting to really fade now. So can the Porsche push that a little bit more and challenge for the second place from what's been a very consistent and incident-free race from the number 87? Gap remaining about constant at the moment. Some closing in the braking zone. With 3.5 minutes left to go of the race. 2.6 seconds is the gap now between second and third in LMP2. So the 79 really pushing to try for that second place, which should really help in the championship standings. They're flying in sector 2. This game very close now. The battle is well and truly on. For second place, there's a massive bit of glare from a building in the background. battle a little bit further. Oh no, this is the battle we are looking at. So yeah, 0.3 of a second between these two. This is for second place in GT3. It's going right down to the wire between these two. 1.7 seconds is the gap up to, at the top of LMP2 as well now. So the 79 could do this. There's only about maybe a lap or two left, but the rate they are closing, it's a second quicker that lap than the number 6, so we'll keep an eye on that if they get a little bit closer. Right now though, watching this battle for second place in GT3. Porsche versus Ferrari now. Heavy braking now, 2 minutes of the race remaining. No such joy as of yet for the number 18. He can possibly close in using slipstream through the start-finish straight. Here we go then, let's ride on board with the number 18 just for this start-finish straight. Towards the outside, trying to get a cutback possibly on the Ferrari. He's got a lot of curb, but not able to make that stick. The gap is 1 second in the battle for second place in LMP2 as well now. So the number 79 has really pushed at the end of this. With 50 seconds of the race remaining, this will be the final lap of the race. So the 79's got it all to do here. He's got half a second to gain on number 6. Number 6 has really struggled to get the pace at the final stint of the race. So the sooner the race end can come for number 6, the better, I'd say. Gap for second place GT3 still ongoing as well, about 0.3 between them as well. Going into the end of sector 2 now. Gap to about 0.7 of a second. You can see Matthew Beavis in the background. No changes there. And not quite able to complete that one last lap. This is the final lap here for the number 1. Final lap of the race. You see the battle for second place just ahead. They'll go for another lap. So we'll follow that around. But here it comes the number 1 to take their second win of the series. Oh, they've actually might have finished the battle there for second position. They just about got ahead. So that is that battle finished. Charlie Rigo just wasn't quite able to make it past number 6. So number 6 holding on to second place just by the skin of the teeth there. So that was a fantastic race end there. Number 98 is coming to around to finish their race as well. An absolutely dominant performance from them. Starting at the back of the grid to come and win by such a considerable margin is astounding. So fantastic result for them. All they need to do now is just bring it home. Be a very straightforward win, just because the other two drivers have finished their race now. I think Daniel Ersing might just have had to go around one more time. But either way, here comes number 98 take their third win out of 3 races. Absolutely fantastic result for them. Through the penultimate corner and the final corner now, and they will take their third win of the season. Oh, so very nearly an issue after the start-finish line there for the number 26. They weren't able to quite beat the number 91. But here's your winner once again for LMP2 is the Team Rookie Monsters car number 1, their second win of the season. That puts them in a fantastic stead for the end of the year and doing some fantastic little donuts to celebrate. So congratulations to them as they do donuts out the pit entry and getting everybody's way. Let's have a look at the session results as they stand here. If this will come up, there we go. So your winner, Matthew Beavis, taking the win from Mossad Benamar in the Blackhawk Racing number 6 car. Third position is number 79, only just off the back of the number 6, and then fourth place number 33, Tony Jansen, Fair Team Racing. Good result for them considering the issues the other car had. And then the fifth position is number 66, Blackhawk Racing sister car, driven by Sabakish at the end. Sixth place is the number 2 Team Rookie Monster car, driven by Walter De Bruyne. And then 7th place is number 15, 8th is the number 4, 9th is number 89, and 10th is number 16, GC Motorsport Club, driven by Nick Newcomb. So let's have a look at the GT3 grid as well, or the GT3 results. And as I said earlier, number 98 taking a dominant win over the rest of the field after starting from the back. Number 87 just about holding on to second place from number 18, Simco Porsche. Fourth position was the number 11 Track VR Racing Corvette. And then the number 73 Team Rookie Monster Ferrari coming in 5th, followed closely by the number 91 Scuderia Bolsonaro Ferrari. 7th position was the number 26 BMW, followed by the other Team Rookie Monster Ferrari, number 3. Number 19 coming in 9th place, and the top 10 just about getting their target was the number 29 Panica Gaming. So that was an absolutely fantastic race from start to finish there. Very much enjoyed that. If you did enjoy that as well, please like the stream and subscribe for further content. My name has been David Buckley. This will be the last race of the year. We are now going to be going into the Christmas shutdown, and we will be back in the 10th of January for, I believe, the 6 hours of Spa. So thank you very much for joining once again, and we will see you all next time.